एक शायद एक या दो ले गए थे कह रहे थे।
एक या दो हथौड़ियाँ ले
और कील ले गए थे।
ये कब की बात है?
ये सर वो बता रहा, ये तो काफ़ी टाइम की पहले की बात है, लेकिन उसको 8-10 दिन पहले लेके आए थे, तो ये बता रहा था कि ये ले गया था, बस एक कंफर्म नहीं था टाइम।
ठीक है। तो देखिए, चूंकि इस दुकान पर सीसीटीवी भी लगा है, पुरानी बात है, लेकिन सीसीटीवी सिर्फ 1 महीने की रिकॉर्डिंग रखता है। इस दुकान के मालिक थे राजन, हमने उनसे भी बात की थी, उन्होंने कहा था ये सारी चीजें वो लेके गया था, लेकिन वो ये आफ्ताब ने खुद आइडेंटिफाई किया था। दुकान मालिक जो है उन्हें याद नहीं था, क्योंकि इस दुकान पे रोज बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं, ये मेन मार्केट पे दुकान है देखिए, तो दुकान मालिक को याद नहीं होता। ये मेन रोड है, सामने की जो 60 फुटा रोड है, यहाँ पर बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पर आते जाते रहते हैं, इस दुकान पर बहुत लोग आते जाते रहते हैं। तो ऐसे में जब यहाँ पर आफ्ताब के साथ वो पहुंचा, तो आफ्ताब यहाँ पर जब पुलिस के साथ पहुंचा तो उसने 3 चीजें दिखाई। एक, 2 ये हथौड़ियाँ इस टाइप की, इसके अलावा एक ये जो आरी है, लेकिन ये स्टैंड के साथ नहीं, ऐसी आरियाँ देखिए यहाँ पर इनके दुकान पे ये पड़ी रहती हैं, इस तरीके से ये पड़ी रहती है। ये किस काम आती है मैक्सिमम, मतलब क्या काट सकती है?
सर इससे पाइप वगैरह काट सकते हैं, लोहा काट सकते हैं, लकड़ी काट सकते हैं।
लोहा कट जाएगा
जी बिल्कुल।
तो ये देखिए, ये आरी यानी कि दिखने में भले ही हल्की या पतली हो, लेकिन ये बता रहे हैं कि इससे लोहा भी कट सकता है। तो अंदाजा लगाया जा सकता है कि इसके और भी क्या उपयोग लोग कर सकते हैं। और इसके अलावा कील भी, वो 300 ग्राम जो बड़ी कील होती है, तकरीबन 3 इंच के आसपास की, वो यहाँ से लेके गया था। अब यहाँ पर पुलिस जब इन्वेस्टिगेट हुआ था पूरा मामला, तो यहाँ से पुलिस ने आफ्ताब को लेकर पहुंची, यहाँ पर चीज़ों को आइडेंटिफाई कराया, और उसके बाद जब आफ्ताब यहाँ से जब दोबारा पुलिस की टीम आई और जो दुकान के ओनर है उसका उन्होंने एक बयान दर्ज किया। नवीला
जी, stay with us, Himanshu. I'm going to quickly cut across to a few minutes earlier. Himanshu himself spoke to the shopkeeper there to understand what exactly Aftab had purchased from his shop with an intention to murder Shraddha. Take a look.
इस वक्त हम लोग मौजूद हैं बंसल स्टील में, जो कि महरौली पहाड़ी पर उसी जगह पर है जहां से कुछ दूरी पर ही यहां से मकान किराए पे लिया था आफ्ताब ने। यहां पर दुकान पे वो आया था, कुछ सामान खरीदने आया था, मई महीने में ही शायद आया था। क्या नाम है आपका?
राजन बंसल।
राजन जी, एक बात बताएं कि आफ्ताब आपके यहाँ सामान खरीदने आया?
जी, मेरे यहाँ आया था।
कब की बात है
ये जैसा वो कह रहा है कि भाई मई महीने में वो हमसे सामान खरीदने आया था, तो हम भी यही मान के चल रहे हैं कि मई।
याद नहीं है?
याद नहीं है सर, बहुत पुरानी बात हो चुकी।
लेकिन कंफर्म है कि आया?
सर ये बात मैं नहीं कह सकता, ये बात सामने वाला कह रहा है कि भाई वो आया था। उसने पुलिस वाले के सामने वेरीफाई किया है कि भाई मैं यहाँ आया था और यहाँ से ये सामान खरीद के लेके गया था।
उस वक्त दुकान पे कौन था?
मैं खुद था।
यहाँ पे सीसीटीवी कैमरा तो लगा हुआ है, तो रिकॉर्डिंग?
सर रिकॉर्डिंग 1 मंथ की होती है और 1 मंथ के बाद फिर अपने आप नई रिकॉर्डिंग चालू हो जाती है।
कुछ सामान लेके गया था
वो हमसे, आरी ब्लेड्स, कीलें और हैमर वगैरह लेके गया था।
क्या इसी टाइप की चीजें थी वो जो आपके दुकान के सामने?
बिल्कुल सर, इसी टाइप की चीजें थी।
ये
आरी ब्लेड, ये सर 10 रुपए का ब्लेड आता है आरी का ओनली।
क्या काट सकते हैं
सर इससे आप लोहा, लकड़ी कुछ भी काट सकते हैं। लोहा भी काट सकते हैं सर। सर मैं नहीं कह सकता इस बारे में।
इतनी बड़ी कीलें ले गया?
इतनी बड़ी कीलें ले गया था।
कितनी संख्या में ले गया?
सर 300 ग्राम के आसपास कीलें ले गया।
300 ग्राम में कितनी आ जाएंगी? तो काफी सारी आ जाएंगी।
हाँ, 25-30 किलो आ जाती है।
25-30 किलो। और ये हथौड़ियाँ?
ये हथौड़ियाँ ले गया था।
कितनी?
2 हथौड़ी ले गया था।
2 हथौड़ियाँ ले गया?
जी।
तो ये हथौड़ी जो है ये तो काफी हैवी है। ये आमतौर पे किस काम में आ जाएगी ये, मतलब अगर आपको लगता है कितनी हैवी होती है ये?
सर अच्छी होती है ये, बेसिकली कारपेंटर्स और प्लम्बर्स वगैरह लेके जाते हैं कुछ चीज़ों को ठोकने वोकने के लिए। अब हर आदमी किस चीज़ के लिए लेके जा रहा कुछ कह नहीं सकते।
पुलिस लेकर आफ्ताब को दुकान पे आई?
जी, पुलिस आफ्ताब को लेकर।
ये सारी चीजें आफ्ताब ने ही आइडेंटिफाई कर?
जी, उसी ने आइडेंटिफाई कराई है कि मैं ये सामान यहाँ से लेके गया था।
आपकी दुकान पे?
बिल्कुल, मैं ही दुकान।
पुलिस एक ही बार आई या और भी आई?
पुलिस 2 बार आ चुकी है मेरे पास। वो एक बार तो नॉर्मल आफ्ताब को लेके आई थी, दूसरी बार लिखित में बयान लेके गई थी जिसपे उसने हमारे साइन वगैरह लिए।
All right, I'm cutting across back to Himanshu there, who's spoken to the shopkeeper. Himanshu, please बोलिए आप, यहाँ पर जो weapons जो उन्होंने खरीदा है आफ्ताब ने, वो मर्डर के पहले खरीदा है, वो एक क्लैरिफाई कीजिए हमें, या मर्डर के बाद?
देखिए, देखिए, इस दुकान पर सीसीटीवी भले ही लगा है लेकिन उनको याद नहीं है, और आफ्ताब लेके आया था और उसके बाद पुलिस इस चीज़ को इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है, उन सारी चीज़ों को, क्योंकि जो सीसीटीवी कैमरा यहाँ पे लगा हुआ है उसकी रिकॉर्डिंग सिर्फ 1 महीने है। दुकान मालिक जो राजन थे जिनसे हमारी बात हुई, उनका कहना था कि उन्हें याद नहीं है क्योंकि मेन रोड पर ये दुकान है और बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं। कुछ भी याद, मतलब वो 18 मई के पहले आया था या बाद? ये देखिए, ये वो है आर्यन जो यहाँ पे काम करते हैं। इतना याद है कि वो पहले आया था मई शुरुआत में, बाद में?
नहीं सर, ऐसा कुछ याद नहीं है क्योंकि इतने सारे लोग आते हैं, किसी को कुछ सामान देना होता है, किसी को, और भीड़ लग जाती है यहाँ पे, पैसे भी काटने होते हैं, सामान भी देना होता है, तो टाइम लग जाता है उसमें और ध्यान नहीं रहता।
अब आप देखिए, दरअसल इस दुकान, वो आफ्ताब को दुकान के मालिक ने नहीं बल्कि आफ्ताब खुद यहाँ पे पुलिस लेके आया, और पुलिस जब लेके आया तो उन्होंने कहा कि इस दुकान से मैंने इतनी बड़ी बड़ी कीलें, 300 ग्राम यानी करीब 25 से 30 कीलें, और इस तरीके के 2 हैमर, 2 हथौड़ियाँ, देखिए 2 हैमर इस तरीके की, इतनी बड़ी, और उसके बाद ये एक ब्लेड, ये नॉर्मल ब्लेड है जो लोहा भी काट सकता है, ऐसा कहना है, ये जो आरी इसको कहते हैं। हालांकि उसने इसके साथ, लेकिन जब आप इसके देखिए, अगर इसमें आप ये अटैच कर देते हैं तो कुछ इस तरीके की ये दिखती है, इससे आप लोहा भी काट सकते हैं। तो ये सारी चीजें यहाँ से खरीद कर वो गया था। पुलिस के इन्वेस्टिगेशन में ये एक महत्वपूर्ण एविडेंस है कि इस तरीके की चीज़ें, कोई आखिर उसे क्या ज़रूरत पड़ी। उसने अपने बयान में बोला है कि उसने आरी का इस्तेमाल किया था श्रद्धा के शव को, टुकड़ों को काटने के लिए। अब हो सकता है कि ये वही आरी हो, क्योंकि इस आरी से आप देखिए, उनका कहना है लोहा भी कट सकता है, भले ये 10 रुपए की मिलती है, लोहे की है, लेकिन लोहा भी काट सकती है। तो अब पुलिस आइडेंटिफाई कर रही है और कहीं ना कहीं पुलिस की सर्च में इस तरीके की भी आरी है जहां से ये पता लग सके कि हाँ, क्या इसी आरी से तो कहीं उसने शव के टुकड़े नहीं किए। लेकिन कील का और हथौड़ी का एग्जैक्ट उसने क्या इस्तेमाल किया, ये अभी पूछताछ में बात सामने आने बाकी है। नविला
जी, हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए हिमांशु। I'm going to quickly cut across to Shreya, also tracking those developments there. Shreya, for now, we are still trying to ascertain whether these murder weapons were bought before the murder or post the murder. But clearly that CCTV footage shows that Aftab goes into that store, purchases a whole load of weapons, including 2 hammers, some nails, a saw. So this man has fully planned this entire this murder. It looks like he at least planned the fact that he wanted to dispose it off before, without any evidence coming back to haunt him. And he's got multiple weapons there to chop it off so strategically and dispose it in locations which the police till date are struggling to track down. Tell us a little more on how far this investigation has gone.
Well, absolutely so, Nabila. You know, very pertinently, this is a very crucial piece of information that our colleague Himanshu Mishra has got us, that just barely 200 to 250 meters from where I'm standing right now, the gully where Aaftab resides, Aaftab had actually gone to that very shop. He'd bought a saw, he'd bought a hammer, he'd bought a few nails as well. Now, it's also important to understand, Nabila, that this man himself has identified the shop. The police has been able to zero in on this shop and record the statement based on what Aaftab is claiming. Now, the police is also not 100% confident about Aaftab's version that he's been given to the police, because there have been change in multiple statements. That's one of the reasons we've also seen that the Delhi police has visited the residence of Aaftab also multiple times. Now that's where the narco test comes in. Unfortunately, the narco test is not happening today, but in a day or two we will definitely be seeing that scientific piece of investigation will be conducted, and then probably it would be able to zero in on these statements that Aaftab is giving, which one to believe and which one not to believe, which could give the Delhi police a clearer direction. So Delhi police has hand on multiple statements of people who had been identified by Aaftab himself. There have been evidences of this particular shop where he has claimed that yes, he's gone and bought a saw and hammers and nails. There are statements of his friends. It's also been recorded. Right now, it's probably about zeroing in to which one theory that the Delhi police needs to trust that will actually stand the judicial inquiry. That's the reason everyone right now is waiting for that narco test to be conducted.
All right, you know, at this point, Aftab's murder case only getting murkier, because there's a lot of talk about how the missing links in this case that Aftab has been evasive on, starting with the skull of Shraddha that still hasn't been found. All right, we have some big breaking news coming in. Let me cut across. Aftab now all set to undergo a lie detector test. Before the narco test, a polygraph test for Aftab will be done. Cops all set to seek permission from court for this test. The narco test will take place within 7 days of the polygraph test. Cops await a nod from the court now for a lie detector test. And this, of course, comes as part of the protocols to be followed before a narco test to be done. If at all Aaftab is fit or not for a narco test, there are some preconditions, some pre-tests that should be done earlier. And that also entails a lie detector test. Aaftab now to undergo a lie detector test. And this, before the narco test, a polygraph test will be done. Shreya, to elaborate a little more. Shreya, is this part of the protocol? Should a lie detector test or a polygraph test be done before a narco test? We understand there's a lot of detailing that the medical experts will have to undergo in terms of whether this man is fit mentally, physically, psychologically. And as part of all of that, a lie detector test also to be conducted before the narco test.
Well, see, the reasons that these fall apart of the protocol is probably because it only helps filter down the investigation scientifically a bit more easily for the Delhi police. Now, as we had already earlier said that while the Delhi police has got a narco test permission, there are two more such tests that the Delhi police would obviously want to do. A, this lie detector test, the information that is right now coming in that the Delhi police will be moving court for. And the other information that Delhi police would also like to do is the human mapping of the brain. So there are three such tests that the Delhi police in all likelihood would want to do to probably get a bigger picture. But while we talk that, Nabila, it's also important to point out to our viewers that tomorrow the extension of custody expires with the Delhi police again. So they have already got 10 days of custody of Aaftab. Tomorrow when they seek further custody, there'll be 4 more days. That is extremely crucial right now because probably time is going by, and when we talk about such scientific tests, it take a lot of time. Even after a narco test will be conducted, there'll be 3 more days time before the result comes out. Similar goes for a polygraph test. There'll be a 7 days timeline. So whether the Delhi police has that amount of time in hand is also something that we need to see, because tomorrow the extension, the custody expires with the Delhi police. They will seek further custody, but that's only 4 more days in hand. So there are a lot of things that's right now happening that's only making it a little difficult for the Delhi police.
All right, huge development there. All that you need to know on the Shraddha murder case right here on India Today. We believe that a polygraph test, a lie detector test will be done on Aaftab before he goes through a narco test. The shocking details of Shraddha's murder case continue to unravel. Investigation has now become a multi-state affair with Delhi police, the teams of the Delhi police visiting Himachal's Tosh to probe the drug link with this case. Aaftab's narco test was in fact to be conducted today, but that too has now been delayed because of certain protocols that to be followed to see whether he's fit enough for a narco test. Meanwhile, the police continue to hunt for Shraddha's skull. They've carried out a search in a pond in Mehroli on Sunday for the same. The cops also now on the lookout for Aaftab's family, who have been missing ever since this case has come to light. As per a few eyewitnesses, Aaftab's family was in the know-how about his abusive nature towards Shraddha. And from what we hear is that they have moved from the apartment building in Mumbai, where they have lived for many years, to somewhere else. And the police now searching that location on where they are.
श्रद्धा केस में फॉरेंसिक एविडेंस की सबसे ज़्यादा अहमियत है। हमारे साथ एफएसएल के असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर संजीव गुप्ता जी और उनके साथ ये पूरी टीम है जो श्रद्धा केस में फॉरेंसिक एविडेंस मिलेगा उसकी जांच करेगी। सर, सबसे पहले तो ये बताइए कि क्या आज नार्को टेस्ट होना है?
आज इस केस का नार्को टेस्ट नहीं हो रहा है।
तो ये आज तक इंडिया टुडे पर बड़ी खबर है कि आज नार्को टेस्ट नहीं होना है।
All right, we're going to cut across to some big breaking news on Aaftab killing Shraddha as the police now try to uncover a lot more detail. We believe he's purchased huge amounts of weapons in terms of a saw along with some nails, hammers, 2 hammers that have been purchased from a shop in the vicinity. And the police now trying to understand whether this purchase has happened before Aaftab murdered Shraddha or this was after, only to dispose of her body. That apart, a lie detector test will be conducted on him. And as part of the investigation, police are also hunting down Aaftab's family members. They're trying to understand where is Aaftab's family members at this point. They're not present at the given location or the address that they were living for many years. Shraddha was in fact suffering horrifying assault in the toxic relationship. Desperate WhatsApp chats and images of a battered Shraddha narrating her suffering has also emerged. Now, Shraddha was savagely assaulted, and that was visible with those images that we show you right here on India Today. In fact, from what we hear, that Shraddha was quite upset with the fact that Aaftab was consuming drugs often, and she insisted that he give up on that. And also a lot more of the abuses that came in for something as basic as not willing to eat non-veg food. Aaftab was forcing it on her. These kind of issues led to several arguments and then assaults. Listen in.
Shraddha Walkar's relentless cry for help. Spine-chilling chats on your screens show the torture that the 27-year-old went through. For 2.5 years, she endured this abuse in the name of love. Shraddha's former neighbor revealed that Aaftab used to force Shraddha to consume non-vegetarian food and savagely assault her when she declined.
उस दिन तो नॉन-वेज खिलाने के लिए उसका झगड़ा हुआ था। वो जब आई थी बहुत डरी हुई थी, रो रही थी बहुत, और एकदम मतलब ऐसा लग रहा था कि बहुत ज़्यादा किसी ने मारा उसको। तो मैंने पूछा उसको क्या हुआ है आपको? उसको पूरा यहाँ से यहाँ तक पूरा चोट लगा था, पूरा बाल यहाँ से ऐसा हुआ था, थोड़ा छोटा बाल रखती थी उस टाइम पे जब मेरे पास आई थी तो।
Aaftab's parents used to force Shraddha to return to Aaftab whenever she left after brutal thrashing.
ऐसे बोल रही थी कि कभी भी उसको गुस्सा आता है मुझे बहुत मारता है। कंप्लेंट कराने के लिए हाँ हुई, फिर वो अगले दिन अपने मुझे नहीं आई, वो फिर कॉल किया मुझे कि ऐसे ऐसे उसके मम्मी पापा आए, बोले एक चांस दे दो, अभी दोबारा नहीं करेंगे ऐसे।
Cuts on nose, bruises on neck, and eyes swollen. This is how Aaftab Poonawala used to assault her. In November 2020, Shraddha, in an SOS to her former manager, revealed the brutality she was undergoing.
She was beaten very badly. There were bruises under her eye, and her entire neck was red. And she sent me a picture that, this is the reason that I'm not coming to office today.
In one of the chats accessed by India Today, the manager asked for her husband's name, which suggests she told her office that they were married.
She did not tell me that we were live-in partners. She always just said, "He's my husband." So when we had her in the month of November, we thought that, this domestic violence, once we go and file a complaint about domestic violence, this thing will stop.
In an Instagram chat with a friend, when Shraddha shared a photo to show off a new haircut, her friend noticed injuries. Shraddha, however, attributed the injuries to a fall on the stairs. Around a week after this, she was in a private hospital in Vasai taking treatment for severe back pain, nausea and neck pain. Shraddha sought help in every possible way, but Aaftab reportedly threatened her with suicide. Her SOSs ended futile. And while Shraddha kept saying she would leave Aaftab, she never did. With Akshay Dongre, Arvind Dhoja, Rahul Gautam and Shreya Chatterjee in Delhi, Bureau Report.
All right, on that note, we're going to slip into a short break. News and updates on the other side. Stay with us.
News is about putting people first. Just look at the cues right across. About asking the right questions to those in power. Is money power being used to bring down elected governments? Who will be held accountable for ministerial corruption? It takes no sides.
माँ का दर्द एक दर्द कोई नहीं समझ सकता उस दर्द को.
It reveals. It heals. Angry people came out on the streets.
Is this the kind of justice system we want in this country?
News is all heart and no hatred.
बिल्किस बानो आज क्या कहना चाहेंगी आप?
हमारे साथ जो हुआ है किसी के साथ भी नहीं होना चाहिए.
Experience the news. With me, Rajdeep Sardesai, only on India Today.
don't read the news. I read between the lines to tell you the true version of events. The true story of our times.
To document grief, the toughest assignment for any journalist to be.
From those who matter.
Women politicians going to stick up for each other.
Of those who should matter. I document the truth. I don't distort the truth. I don't glamorize the truth. I don't gloss over the truth.
The ghosts of India's contentious medieval history have come knocking again.
I hustle for the truth. On the ground, in the newsroom, in the studio. I don't try to grab eyeballs.
I inform you to make you see the point.
To the point with Preeti Chaudhary. At these times, only on India Today.
Co-powered by RK Marble, Khoobsurat Imandari. In association with JioMart, Har Ghar Ka Mart.
So sorry.
All political parties traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold, and direct. Setting the tone for the biggest stories. From every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
I don't read the news. I read between the lines to tell you the true version of events. The true story of our times.
To document grief, the toughest assignment for any journalist to be.
From those who matter.
Women politicians going to stick up for each other.
Of those who should matter. I document the truth. I don't distort the truth. I don't glamorize the truth. I don't gloss over the truth.
The ghosts of India's contentious medieval history have come knocking again.
I hustle for the truth. On the ground, in the newsroom, in the studio. I don't try to grab eyeballs.
I inform you to make you see the point.
To the point with Preeti Chaudhary. At these times, only on India Today.
Co-powered by RK Marble, Khoobsurat Imandari. In association with JioMart, Har Ghar Ka Mart.
All right, our focus here in Karnataka. Shimoga police now intensifying the probe into Mangaluru's auto blast case. The forensic team has recovered explosive materials like gelatin powder, circuit boards, small bolts, batteries, aluminium wires, and a pressure cooker from the main accused Sharik from his Mangaluru house. They've also recovered 2 fake Aadhaar cards, 1 fake PAN card and 1 debit card. Shimoga police has conducted raids at 7 places, including Tirthahalli, Mysuru and Mangaluru. So far, these are areas where he's taken a house and he stayed temporarily in all these 3 areas of Mysuru, Mangaluru, Tirthahalli. In fact, this includes Shariq's aides, Maaz and Yasin's residences in Tirthahalli town area. In September, both Maaz and Yasin were arrested and explosives were recovered. They had admitted that Shariq had trained them, that they were radicalized by Shariq. Meanwhile, Shariq has now sustained 40% burn injuries. He's currently undergoing treatment at the ICU. Suspects, relatives and the family members who visited the hospital have identified him as Shariq. Now, police... as per the police, this man Shariq had plans to plant the blast at some location but accidentally exploded at Naguri. Listen in.
We came to know that he was staying at Mysore, this Loknayak Nagar. So Mysore Commissioner Sri Ramesh Vanot, he is present here. So under his leadership, they searched the premise, they searched that house, and they have found a lot of explosive materials, whether it is sulfur, whether it is phosphorus, matchboxes, then nuts and bolts, circuits. So all sort of things we have found there. And we have come to know the sources of it because some purchases have been online and some purchases offline. So we have got the evidence of it.
Well, clearly, this has really left us unnerved at this point. This terror strike that has taken place in Mangaluru, which initially looked like a technical glitch in an auto rickshaw that may have caught fire. Eventually, with the police investigating the matter, found out that this was a low-intensity blast. It was indeed a terror strike which was carried out with an intention to damage, with an intention to carry out an act of terror. Certainly not accident. This was an act of terror indeed, is what the Karnataka police now suspecting. As they go deep into this case, they found that the man Shariq has terror links abroad. He's got some kind of link with the ISIS and he's been trained by these international terror outfits, radicalized through online platforms, and in turn, Shariq went on to radicalize a few other youths who pulled off this terror strike. A very shoddy job done, loosely put together pieces of metal and nuts and bolts and batteries, etc., multiple wires, jammers inside a pressure cooker. And then, because of the kind of friction, the police believes he intended to place it at a strategic location, but since he had traveled all the way from Mysuru to Mangaluru, it appears due to friction and the extensive travel, the heat may have resulted in this low-intensity blast to happen inside an auto, injuring the man himself. He wasn't a suicide bomber, is what the police suspect. He was wanting to place that ID-rigged cooker, pressure cooker, at a location. Not too sure where exactly he wanted to place it, but even before he could reach that location, it went off inside an auto rickshaw, which has incurred, the terrorist, alleged terrorist, as the police is investigating the matter, himself has incurred at least 40% injuries, along with the auto driver too, who's extensively injured. Very tragic case, as the auto driver has now been rushed to the hospital. He himself was very surprised with the auto going up in flames in just moments after that man carrying a bag. There's the man you see here, Shariq, on the photograph, where the police have found this image there showing him very proudly holding that pressure cooker and raising his hand as if something like very similar to that of the ISIS module. Now this, the police now taking very seriously to see what kind of links, international links that this man has, and if there is a wider terror plot that has been conspired right ahead of elections in Karnataka. Let me cut across to Sagai Raj, joining us live, tracking those developments from Karnataka. Sagai, we're really worried. At this point, we're seeing Karnataka going to elections and the coastal areas of Karnataka are highly polarized. We know the kind of communal tensions that prevail already. At a time like this, a blast that takes off. Yes, a low-intensity blast, but this could have been as serious and grievous. At this point, this kind of blast has really left the communities around there in panic.
Absolutely, Nabila. If the kind of the fragility that this particular district has, definitely these kind of blasts would have created a chaos in the entire Dakshin Kannada district, and probably that might be one of the reasons that why Shariq had took a recce on November 10th, much before he could even execute his plan. So on November 10th, he was in Bangalore. He was trying to shortlist the place where he is going to plant the explosive. And after that, he had visited again on Saturday with the explosive in a pressure cooker. And he was traveling towards Pompel when he sat inside the auto. And thank God that the explosive blasted inside the auto, and only 2 of them were injured, including terror suspect. But the question is why he was trying to do that. And Alok Kumar have made it clear that he was trying to create disharmony in the society, and probably that is the reason the Sharik was trying to do this. And he has also requested people, especially whoever is trying to rent out new houses, to try and understand what their neighbors are doing, what exactly their work and what is their background. Because Sharik had impersonated a person called Premraj, where he even got the Aadhaar card of him and also removed his picture and pasted his picture, and he had everything planned according to his will and wish. So that is the reason he rented out a house in Mysore. He was preparing bomb, and after that he wanted to execute his plan in Bangalore. And as of now, it was been exploded, and police was quick enough to act and try to find out his network. And police as well as NIA team is investigating further on the same.
Right. You know, at this point, what we hear is that the man has managed to carry that bag all the way from Mysuru to Mangaluru. He has possibly boarded a bus and then taken that auto. So in the meanwhile, you had a bag in a bus full of people. It could have really, if it sparked off inside the bus, one can only imagine what kind of damage it would have had, and the number of people who would have been injured due to this. Now, the police, of course, finding it all the more hard because he's managed to impersonate people by using fake Aadhaar cards and, PAN cards, SIM cards, etc. So are they looking at a larger international terror plot behind this? And if they are, then what are the links found?
You're absolutely right that police are looking at international terror angle also. Probably once he recuperates from his injuries and once he is ready to give a statement, probably there might be more revelation in this particular case. And talking about the explosive carrying in the bus, remember, he was an immature bomb maker. He had Googled, he had went online to search how to make bombs, and probably that is one of the reasons why he couldn't make it properly. He had sulfur, he had phosphorus, he had nitrogen, and he also had all kind of equipments, including batteries and timer and everything to make a bomb in his house in Mysore. And probably somewhere something would have gone wrong. Probably you wouldn't have tightened the nuts or something, because if you would have done that, even the cooker wouldn't have been visible because everything would have exploded. A cooker, auto, and even many people would have killed in this particular explosion. Probably he wouldn't have executed his plan, he wouldn't have made the bomb properly, and that is the reason, thankfully, it has ended up only injuring 2 people and who are still under treatment at the hospital.
All right, stay with us, Sagai. Now, Sharik is the main accused here in this Mangaluru auto bomb blast case, was brainwashed by global terrorist outfits. Alok Kumar, ADGP Law and Order Karnataka, has confirmed. In fact, India Today has now accessed an image of the main accused, Sharik, posing with the cooker bomb before the blast. Alok Kumar has further confirmed that Sharik was a resident of Tirthahalli town in Shimoga and was wanted by the Mangaluru and the Shimoga police in 3 separate cases already. The main accused identity was also confirmed by Sharik's own family members who visited him at the hospital in Mangaluru, where he's currently undergoing treatment. In fact, Sharik used several fake ID cards from Aadhaar cards, which he had stolen from different places that he visited, including Mysuru, Coimbatore and Kerala. And as per the sources, Sharik had not only rented an apartment in Mysuru, but had also enrolled for training camps in mobile repairing, only to repair mobile phones, etc. Those are the training that he took. Not too sure whether to make a quick buck or to lay out a larger plot of terror. Sharik was earlier held under the UAPA in 2020 for making a pro-Taliban graffiti in Mangaluru.
His immediate handler was Arafat Ali, who is accused in this Mangalore North Police Station case and Mangalore East Police Station case. And apart from that, he was in touch with one Musawwir Hussain, who also happens to be an accused person in Sudgante Palya 10/20 UAPA case, the case which was supposed to be this Al-Hind module that was called. So in that case, Abdul Mateen Taha, he is one of the accused person, and Musawwir Hussain, both resident of Tirthali, they are accused persons, but they are absconding. So Abdul Mateen Taha is also absconding, and he is the main handler as of now, as per our information, of Sariq. But Sariq is in touch with some 2-3 other persons who are yet to be identified. We can say that his acts has been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence. So it is due to that, and he has tried to learn this manufacturing on his own, it seems. But still it is like it is under investigation, that if someone has trained him or someone has given some idea, there are so that fact is that fact we are looking into, that whether he has got any training or he is self-trained.
All right, I'm cutting back to Sagai, Raj. On that, Sagai, what leaves us worried is the fact that this man Shariq has also managed to radicalize a few more youths. And this has been an extensive problem that the police failed to crack into on the ways that these radical elements are using online platforms and the dark net to try and connect with these international terror agencies like the ISIS and get a lot of videos and ways on how to pull off a terror strike with barely any money. They could carry out these kind of low-intensity blasts, multiple of them, with just bare few nuts and bolts and sharpeners and all sorts of things infused inside a pressure cooker. This is the kind of training that they're receiving.
Absolutely, as you rightly pointed out, that they were looking out for online as well as darknet to get connected to these kind of sites, and they were influenced. And earlier in the month of September, there were 2 people who have been arrested from Shimoga, that is Yasin and Maz. And both of them have admitted to the police in the investigation that his boss and the person who have radicalized them was Shariq. And Shariq was absconding ever since this particular case came into light. And remember, Shariq had also tried to experiment whatever he has made in Tunga River Basin, where they have exploded few bombs in Tunga River Basin to find out how the bomb works after they have made it in their own houses. And after that, they had plans to plant all those bombs in different places. So they have admitted in their investigation, and he was absconding. And after that, he was seen in Kerala, he was in Coimbatore, and after that, he was also staying in Mysore. And now he wanted to execute the plan in Mangalore. Remember, Mangalore is a sensitive area. It's a fragile city when it comes to communal violence, which have been reported even in the past. And keeping all those things in mind, he wanted to incite more communal violence. And probably that is one of the reasons that why he has chose Mangalore city to plant this particular explosive bomb.
Thank you very much, Sagai. Of course, the police are hectically investigating into, if at all, there is a larger terror plot behind this Mangaluru auto blast. Thank you very much. We're shifting our focus now to Shraddha's murder case. More details coming in, breaking news coming in on that. All right, more bones recovered from Delhi forest areas as the cops investigate this matter. The Delhi cops find a jawbone in forest. A jawbone and 3 other bones have been recovered. Cops are yet to determine whether it's Shraddha's jaw. The cops claim the human jaw has been found in the forest area. Parts of Shraddha's skull, whether it's found or not, will be established post a DNA test to be done. But this is just a part of the skull. We believe just a jaw that's been found at the forest area. This gruesome crime that is unfolding gives us more chilling details as and when the investigation unfolds. By the day, we're getting a lot more detail from police sources on the kind of crime that's been pulled off. The body parts were cut into such minute, small pieces that anyone wanting to search for it will have to really run pillar to post, comb the entire city, and yet would find it difficult to place the puzzle together. The body parts have been dismembered into such many small pieces that it's hard for the police now to really just understand and establish whether this is indeed Shraddha's body part or not. For in the latest, a jaw has been found in the forest area, the Mehrauli forest area, which the police is investigating. Just a jaw and a bone has been found. 3 other bones and a jaw. Cops yet to determine whether this is Shraddha's jaw or not. Is this really some headway into finding Shraddha's skull? In fact, the police will have to establish, and we'll have to wait to hear from the police itself. We do not want to conclude on this matter, but from what we hear, a jawbone and 3 other bones has been found in the Mehroli forest area as the cops intensify the investigation. Now, whether or not this is Shraddha's jawbone will have to be established after a DNA test that will be carried out with Shraddha's father's. Shraddha's father's DNA samples have already been taken, and all of this, the body parts of Shraddha that has been found in different places of the forest area will all be matched with that of Shraddha's father. Very, very heart-wrenching. This entire case itself, one can only imagine what Shraddha's family members are going through to hear these kind of details coming to fore almost on a daily basis. We're having details of such gruesome nature coming to fore on different parts of Shraddha, body parts of hers being found each day, passing into the investigation. The cops picking up some bones, etc. from different parts of the forest area. Let me cut across to Arvind Oja, who's tracking those developments. Arvind, a quick word. यहाँ पर जो पुलिस को मिला है जॉबोन और 3 अलग हड्डियाँ, वो श्रद्धा का ही है या नहीं, ये एक डीएनए टेस्ट के बाद पता चलेगा। मगर आप थोड़ा क्लैरिफाई कीजिए कि पुलिस को आप मिला क्या है और कौन से फॉरेस्ट एरिया में?
कि जो स्कल का निचला हिस्सा होता है वो मिला है, जो जबड़े हैं उसका हिस्सा मिला है सर्चेस के दौरान, और 3 अलग अलग बोन्स वो भी रिकवर किए हैं। ये सारी जो रिकवरी है वो आफ्ताब से इंटरोगेशन के बाद रिकवर हुई। लेकिन बड़ा सवाल वही है कि क्या ये वाकई श्रद्धा का है या नहीं है, ये तो फॉरेंसिक एग्जामिनेशन के बाद ही क्लियर होगा। देखिए नबीला, लगातार जो आफ्ताब से इंटरोगेशन होती है, जब वो लीड देता है उसके बाद दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम चाहे वो छतरपुर का फॉरेस्ट एरिया हो वहां पर पहुंचती है, और कल बाकायदा एक ड्रेन है जहां पर दिल्ली पुलिस की टीम पहुंची हुई थी। साउथ दिल्ली का वो इलाका है, इंडिया टुडे की टीम भी वहां पर पहुंची। क्योंकि वो काफी डीप है, इस वजह से वहां पर जो सर्च ऑपरेशन है वो लंबे वक्त तक नहीं चला। लेकिन जो सोर्सेज हैं उन्होंने बताया है कि स्कल का जो कुछ पार्ट्स है वो रिकवर किया है दिल्ली पुलिस ने, और जल्द ही उसे फॉरेंसिक साइंस लेबोरेटरी में, जहां इस वक्त इंडिया टुडे की टीम मौजूद है, यहाँ पर भेजा जाएगा। क्योंकि एफएसएल ही वो जगह है जहां पर अब दिल्ली पुलिस का जो पूरा फोकस है वो एफएसएल पर ही है, क्योंकि अब ये पूरा केस फॉरेंसिक साइंस पर ही डिपेंड हो गया है। जैसे कि नार्को टेस्ट कराना, पॉलीग्राफी टेस्ट कराना, और जो बोन्स रिकवर हुए हैं उनका एफएसएल के जरिए एग्जामिनेशन कराना। तो जो सोर्सेज से हमें जानकारी मिली है कि स्कल के नीचे का कुछ पार्ट्स मिला है और 3 अलग अलग बोन्स रिकवर हुए हैं। नबीला
जी, यहाँ पर जो बोन रिकवर हुआ है वो कैसे एस्टैब्लिश करेंगे डीएनए के थ्रू कि ये श्रद्धा का ही है? क्योंकि श्रद्धा तो अब मर चुकी है, वो श्रद्धा के फादर के डीएनए सैंपल से के साथ मैच करेंगे, वो थोड़ा उसका क्लैरिफिकेशन दीजिए प्लीज।
बिल्कुल सही आपने पूछा। देखिए, जो श्रद्धा के फादर है उन्होंने इंडिया टुडे को एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू में बताया था कि दिल्ली के एम्स में उनका डीएनए लिया जा चुका है, और जो बोन्स रिकवर हुए हैं, जो ये एफएसएल आप देख पा रहे हैं, एफएसएल की ये पूरा लैब है दिल्ली का, यहाँ पर जो लेबोरेटरी है वहां पर जितने भी बोन्स रिकवर हुए हैं उस बोन से श्रद्धा के जो फादर का डीएनए है उसको मैच कराया जाएगा। जितनी अभी तक तकरीबन 17-18 बोन्स है वो अलग अलग इलाके से रिकवर हो चुकी हैं। एक भी बोन से अगर श्रद्धा के फादर का डीएनए मैच होता है तो ये एस्टैब्लिश्ड हो जाएगा कि श्रद्धा का वाकई मर्डर हो चुका है। अभी तक तो दिल्ली पुलिस भी बोल रही है, आफ्ताब खुद भी ये कन्फेस कर रहा है कि उसने कैसे मर्डर किया, बॉडी चॉप की, और जो बॉडी के पार्ट्स हैं वो अलग अलग जगह पर फेंक दिए। लेकिन फॉरेंसिक तौर पर ये तभी एस्टैब्लिश्ड हो पाएगा कि वाकई श्रद्धा का मर्डर हो गया है जब तक कोई बॉडी पार्ट उसका श्रद्धा के फादर के डीएनए से मैच नहीं कराया जाता है। इस वजह से जो फॉरेंसिक है, उस फॉरेंसिक साइंस है, उसकी अहमियत काफी ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है। और इस वजह से दिल्ली पुलिस, जहां इस वक्त इंडिया टुडे की टीम मौजूद है, यहाँ पर लगातार जो यहाँ के साइंटिस्ट है उनसे कंसर्न कर रही है और उसके जरिए अपनी इन्वेस्टिगेशन है उसको आगे बढ़ा रही है। नबीला,
Thank you very much, Arvind, for joining us on that. A jawbone has now been found. Arvind Oja, if you can hear me, एक आखिरी सवाल आपके साथ कि ये जो all right, we've lost his line, but from what we hear is that these bones that have been found, along with the jawbone that they found strewn in the forest area of Mehroli, where they're going to be establishing whether this is Shraddha's through a DNA test or a DNA match with Shraddha's father's. Shraddha's father's DNA samples have already been collected. That will be ensure that they they will of course attempt to match it with the bones that have found, only to determine whether this is indeed Shraddha's or not. But a really gruesome crime that's come to light here, leaving us in shivers. The number of body parts that have been thrown around, whether this is Shraddha's or not, will be determined. But this really points at this case, considering it comes within the same forest area, the same limits where the crime has been carried out, and multiple body parts have already been found. Similarly, you have a jawbone that has been found in the latest, almost indicating that this could be Shraddha's. But to determine that, the police has to confirm. We're going to continue tracking that and more. Do stay tuned. I'm going to come back with news and updates on the other side. Also, you could download our news on indiatoday.in. Stay with us. traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold, and direct, setting the tone for the bigger stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
Oh, sorry.
प्रेजेंटेड बाय धूल आए पर घर पे ना टिक पाए।
All right, a very good afternoon. You're watching India Today. I'm Nabila Jamal. All important news right after the headlines. Amid the hunt for Shraddha's skull, cops now recovered a human jaw from the Delhi forest. In fact, the cops yet to determine whether this is indeed Shraddha's, and that will be established through a DNA test. Karnataka terror plot accused was radicalized and posed with cooker bomb in ISIS style. Cops confirm bomber Shariq's links to global terror outfit.
His acts has been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Tickets for cash row explodes. BJP releases fresh sting operation of alleged bribery. Names top AAP leaders, including Atishi and Gopal Rai.
ऐसे डॉन बैठ के अपने लोगों को भेजता था, तुम यहाँ से उगाही करो, तुम वहाँ से उगाही करो, तुम यहाँ से लाओ, और सारा मोटा माल डॉन के पास पहुँचता था। वैसे ही केजरीवाल डॉन ने अपनी एजेंसी चारों तरफ भेज रहे।
Satyendra Jain to move the court against ED as BJP continues to up the ante against Kejriwal. Aapka Spa posters. That's what they're going to use to put up. Super political Monday in Gujarat. Prime Minister Modi and Kejriwal sound the poll bugle after halting Bharat Jodo. Rahul enters the Gujarat poll battle. And hate-monger Indian fugitive Zakir Naik invited to Qatar's FIFA World Cup event. The radical Islamist wanted by ED and the NIA gives sermons. All right, here's some big news coming in from the poll-bound state of Gujarat. Prime Minister Modi, as he speaks, lashes out at the Congress party. Prime Minister slams Congress's Auqat of Modi attacks that have been made. Prime Minister says, discuss development, not my Auqat. Modi says Congress ignores the key issues and discusses Auqat, my Auqat. What happened to all the developmental issues that ideally are supposed to be addressed? Instead, they're speaking about me and my Auqat. Congress netas are from royal families. Can't expect better from them. Prime Minister Modi, as he speaks on stage, hitting out at the Congress, questioning the Congress's Auqat of Modi attacks. And then Prime Minister there pushing the Congress to discuss developmental issues and less about him. Let's take a listen as Modi speaks.
तो भाजप तो जबरदस्त एनो रेकॉर्ड છે ભાજપ ચડી જ બેસે કારણ કે ભાજપ એટલું બધું કામ કર્યું છે એટલે હવે શું કરે છે વિકાસના મુદ્દાની ચર્ચા નથી કરતા એક કોંગ્રેસ વાળા કહે છે આ મોદીને એની औकात બતાવી દઈશું औकात मोदी को उसकी औकात दिखा देंगे अहंकार जुओ भाइयों अहंकार जुओ मोदी को उसकी औकात दिखा देंगे अरे माँ बाप તમે તો બધા રાજ પરિવારો છો હું તો એક સામાન્ય પરિવારનું સંતાન છું મારી કોઈ औकात નથી બાપા તમે મારી औकात દેખાડવાની અરે હું તો સેવક છું હું તો સેવાદાર છું અને સેવક કે સેવાદારની એવી औकात હોતી છે અરે તમે મને નીચ પણ કહ્યો નીચી જાતિનો પણ કહ્યો અરે તમે તો મને મોતનો સોદાગરો પણ કહ્યો અરે તમે તો મને ગંદી નાળીનો કીડો પણ કીધો બધું કીધું ભાઈ તમે બધું કીધું હવે તમે औकात બતાવવા નીકળ્યા છો અમારી કોઈ औकात નથી મહેરબાની કરીને વિકાસના મુદ્દાની ચર્ચા કરો.
All right, let me cut across to Pankaj Upadhyay joining us live from Surat. Pankaj, a quick word as Prime Minister Modi ups the ante on the Congress, accusing them of deflecting attention from real developmental issues to try and criticize the Modi government. That's precisely what the Congress is doing, and that's futile exercise. Speak on real issues like development, don't attack me. There isn't a point in it. Give us the context in which he's spoken.
Nabila, Gujarat has become a political battleground now. Now, the less than 10 days for the polling for phase 1, and we've seen how the Bharatiya Janata Party has now put in the entire star power behind the Gujarat elections. Just a few days back, the Bharatiya Janata Party had campaigned on all 89 assembly constituencies. These are the 89 assembly constituencies which will be going to poll on phase 1. Right from Narendra Modi to Amit Shah to Nitin Gadkari to Yogi Adityanath to Devendra Fadnavis, Anurag Thakur, everybody have been campaigning in various parts. And these leaders, the star power of the Bharatiya Janata Party, has been not just attacking the Aam Aadmi Party, but they've been attacking the Congress Party as well. High are the stakes for these elections, and that's precisely the reason why Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself has been campaigning at various assembly constituencies. And we just heard heard what Prime Minister Narendra Modi had to say. What one important point here is that the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to emphasize yet again and again in their various speeches and various campaigns is that they have done a lot of development over the years, which the Congress party has been denying. And that's the reason why Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been saying, don't talk about his awqat, talk about the development that has taken place, which you are denying out here. And the Bharatiya Janata Party maintains people of the state have seen the development that has taken place, and it is on the basis of the development that the Bharatiya Janata Party will come back to power. Right now I'm reporting from Surat. This is the Mahua area in Surat, and Rahul Gandhi will be addressing a public meeting in just a short while. So you can expect that perhaps Rahul Gandhi will be replying to what the Prime Minister has said. Apart from that, at 2 p.m. we'll have Rahul Gandhi addressing this meeting here, this public meeting here at Surat, and then at 3 p.m. Rahul Gandhi will be addressing another public meeting at Rajkot. So while on one hand the Bharatiya Janata Party, as I said, has put in its entire star power behind these elections, and we had on the other hand the Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal, also campaigning at various constituencies. Now the Congress Party realizing that it also needs to push in its might, extend its limit, and that's the reason why Rahul Gandhi, who's left with Bharat Jodo Yatra and has come up here to campaign here for the Gujarat election. It's going to be very interesting to see what Rahul Gandhi has to say. Over the last couple of days, we've seen how Rahul Gandhi has been very vociferous, criticizing the Bharatiya Janata Party, be it the issue of lack of development in Gujarat, as he says, or the issue of Savarkar as well, which really became a talking point over the last couple of days. So what does he have to say here in Surat and thereafter in Rajkot? That would really remain to be seen. As you see on your screens right now, a massive crowd has gathered here in the Mahua area of Surat. Now, Congress is focusing in this area because Congress says that it has a very strong hold in the rural areas, and whereas the Bharatiya Janata Party has some sort of a better deal here in the urban areas. But the Congress says that it is going to retain its hold in all of the rural areas, and it will show a good performance in the urban area as well. But that really remains to be seen. The results are going to be out on 8th of December. But as I said, the stakes are high.
Pankaj, do stay with us. I'm going to also quickly cut across Dev Ankur, who's also at that, who's currently joining us from Mehsana, Gujarat. Dev, a quick word from you as we hear Prime Minister Modi point-by-point rebuttal to all the insults hurled by the Congress party against Modi, saying that we will show him his awqat. The Prime Minister says, you don't have to show me my awqat. You first speak on development and how to bring Gujarat, make Gujarat a developed state and do a lot more than what we've done. Then we'll talk. This is what he says as the campaign heat picks up in the poll-bound state.
Well, Nabila, clearly, in Gujarat, what is happening now is that it has turned into a major pitched political battle, primarily between the Congress and the BJP. Narendra Modi, remember, has been invoking the Gujarati pride, the Gujarati Asmita time and again. You would remember that in 2007, it was the Mot Ka Saudagar comment by Sonia Gandhi, which costed Congress that election. Thereafter, it was the Neech comment by Manishankar Iyer, which once again it is said in political parlance costed Congress another election. So Narendra Modi quite clearly knows that the situation out here is something which, the Aam Aadmi Party has been talking about development. The Congress, on the other hand, has primarily been silent, not been speaking much against Narendra Modi. So it's been a change of strategy when it comes to the Congress. But the fact that Aam Aadmi Party has been talking about Parivartan, has been talking about good schools, better education, free electricity, and has recently won in Punjab and before that in Delhi, means that BJP on one hand has to, counter Congress.
Yeah, and we're seeing this counter politics happening. Of course, as the poll heat picks up there, we see backlash on both ends. Now, let me cut across to the Aam Aadmi Party and how they have been upping their presence in the state of Gujarat ahead of elections. Kejriwal now breaking his silence. Let's cut across. All right. right, the last week has been quite hectic for the Aam Aadmi Party. Arvind Kejriwal now breaking his silence on the BJP sting operation against AAP. Kejriwal takes a dig at BJP's cash for tickets sting. Kejriwal says BJP makes up new tales every day. This is Kejriwal finally speaking out on the sting operation that was carried out by the BJP to try and expose AAP's alleged corrupt practices. Now, Kejriwal breaking his silence on the sting operation, saying that this is the BJP doing a sting on this cash for ticket is just a new tale every day. They come up with they conjure up stories only to frame us, and this is nothing new. BJP pulling up these kind of tricks on a regular basis. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal for the first time speaking up on the multiple stings, in fact, that the BJP has pulled off. They've carried out stings allegedly exposing Aam Aadmi Party's corrupt practices. These videos have been released by the BJP. These videos showing how alleged AAP netas taking money for tickets, etc. Kejriwal saying BJP makes up new tales every day. This is not new. All right, meanwhile, ahead of the MCD polls today, BJP has fired another sting, charging Aam Aadmi Party of graft pertaining to MCD ticket distributions. The Bharatiya Janata Party now has released a video of a sting on Delhi Minister Gopal Rai's aides and alleged that top Aam Aadmi Party leaders were involved in selling party tickets for money ahead of the upcoming civic polls. BJP Sambit Patra in a press conference showed two videos alleging that top leaders of Arvind Kejriwal's party, Gopal Rai, Atishi and Durgesh Pathak, along with Saurabh Bhardwaj, were involved in extorting money to give away tickets for the MCD's civic polls. The BJP has now claimed that the video is of Aam Aadmi Party member Bindu Sriram demanding a ticket from ward number 54, Rohini D, ahead of the Municipal Corporation Delhi elections. Patra has said that Puneet Goyal, a close aide of Gopal Rai, and AAP leader R.R. Patania were all part of this cash for tickets scam. The Aam Aadmi Party is yet to respond to these allegations, but from what we hear, Arvind Kejriwal says this is just another day, another trick of the BJP as he tries to justify this.
पूरे दिल्ली को इलाकों में बांटा गया है और जैसे डॉन बैठ के अपने लोगों को भेजता था, तुम यहां से उगाही करो, तुम वहां से उगाही करो, तुम यहां से लाओ, और सारा मोटा माल डॉन के पास पहुंचता था, वैसे ही केजरीवाल डॉन ने अपनी एजेंसी चारों तरफ भेज रखे। ये जो स्टिंग का कल्चर है, ये अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने शुरू किया था। रह रहकर आम आदमी पार्टी के दफ्तर के अंदर से, आम आदमी पार्टी के नेताओं के बीच में से जिस प्रकार के स्टिंग उभर कर आ रहे हैं, ये अपने आप में दिखाता है कि भ्रष्टाचार के दलदल में अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और उनकी आम आदमी पार्टी आज डूबी हुई है पूरी तरह से। गोपाल राय, सौरभ भारद्वाज, दुर्गेश पाठक, अतशी मारलेना और आदिल खान जो एपीएमसी के चेयरमैन हैं, तो ये 5 लोग नाराज हो जाएंगे और आपका पैसा जब आ जाएगा तो नाम भी चला जाएगा। ये इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं चलेगा। जब इनके पास पैसा आएगा तो ये पुरजोर तरीके से आपका नाम लेके आपके नाम को पास कर देंगे।
ये जो आम आदमी पार्टी कर रही है पूरे दिल्ली में, टिकट बेचकर आपके सामने एक प्रत्याशी लेकर के आ रही है। हर कार्यकर्ता हर सीट पे जमीनी तौर पे काम कर रहा है और उसकी बिल्कुल भी पूछ नहीं है, और इसके अवज में टिकट दे दी जाती है उन लोगों को, उन धनवान लोगों को जिनके पास पैसा है। इसके बारे में मैंने दुर्गेश पाठक जी को बताया। बहुत शर्म की बात है, क्योंकि मैं एक दिन पहले तक मैं ये सोचती रही कि शायद ये कुछ करेंगे और इनको बड़ा दुख है इस बात का कि यहाँ इस तरह से पैसे खाए जा रहे हैं। और जब मैंने वहाँ पर देखा कि 4 कमरे में टिकट बांटे जा रहे थे और उनमें से एक कमरे में स्वयं पठानिया जी आदिल खान के साथ बैठकर टिकट बांट रहे थे, जैसे ही उन्हें पता चला कि मैं आई हुई हूँ, वे वहाँ से पीछे के दरवाजे से भाग गए। ये एक कोई छोटा मोटा गैंग नहीं है। यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं पुनीत और आर पठानिया को, ये एक पूरा का पूरा गैंग सक्रिय है जो नीचे से लेके ऊपर तक है। पार्टी के 5 सदस्य आप लोगों को पता चल गए हैं। ये पूरे के पूरे चोरों की बारात है जिसका दूल्हा अरविंद नटवरलाल, माफ कीजिएगा, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी।
Right, shifting our focus to some big developments coming in from Karnataka on Mangaluru's auto terror strike. A photograph of Shariq's handler has now come to fore. Right here, exclusive on India Today, you get to see the man who allegedly was the handler of Shariq. Shariq was the man who pulled off that low-intensity blast in Mangaluru. The ISIS link to Shariq has now been established as the most wanted Mateen was Shariq's handler. This is what has been established. Most wanted terrorist Mateen Ahmed Taha was responsible for radicalizing Shariq. Shariq was brainwashed by Mateen, who hailed from Shimoga's Tirthahalli. Mateen had contacted a man from Pune who had links with terrorist organizations. Shariq and Maz Munir were active on WhatsApp groups in which this man from Pune was also the admin. Constant conversations about anti-national activities found on that WhatsApp group. On Mateen's advice, Shariq had been looking up ISIS on Google and YouTube. Mateen and Shariq hail from Tirthahalli's Suppogude village. In fact, Shariq is the son of Mansoor Khan, who served in the army for 26 years. Shariq had come to Bangalore pursuing engineering, but also carried out terror links. Shariq has also links with the people accused in murdering a Hindu leader in Tamil Nadu in 2019. Mateen had taken part in the ISIS meets in Bengaluru in 2019 as well. In fact, some Muslim youths are always instigated to join the ISIS in Afghanistan and Syria. Mateen also was one of them who got influenced and joined the ISIS through Mehboob Pasha, who he met in Bengaluru's Al-Hind Trust. NIA has announced a prize of 3 lakh rupees to anyone who aids in capturing Mateen, who has now gone underground since 2019. Let me cut across to Sagai Raj joining us more on that. Sagai, Shariq has been allegedly radicalized by Mateen. Mateen is the man that we see on the screens, and we believe he's been very actively looking for people and accomplices to carry out terror strikes and anti-national activities. He is a man who lives... First of all, where is Mateen right now? Any word on his whereabouts? He's gone underground, but where is he located? Where does he hail from? And what is his motive? Apart from, of course, radicalizing a whole bunch of youth from different parts of India.
See, Mateen was from Tirthahalli and police have no clue about his whereabouts now. That is the reason they have announced a bounty of 3 lakh rupees if anybody gives any kind of clue. Apart from Mateen, there is also one more terror suspect, that is Arafat. But the police says that he is living in Dubai. They have enough information and they are also trying to arrest him as soon as possible. As we speak now, the investigation is on. And according to our sources, Mateen was the main handler where he was trying to radicalize Shariq as well as other few people. And he was the main person who added him in one of the WhatsApp groups where he has introduced one more person in that particular WhatsApp group. And what we also get to learn is at that point of time, Mateen was in Pune. So he was added in WhatsApp groups. They were conversing about ISIS and their module and different kinds of making bombs and several other things in that particular WhatsApp group. And after he had plans to execute of a bombing in Shimoga, that's when Maza was arrested. Maza had revealed the fact that along with Shariq there was Mateen who was trying to talk to them and radicalize them. And that's when the police and NIA tried to connect the dots and figured out that Mateen was one of the main handlers who was radicalizing these youths in Karnataka.
All right, Sagai, thank you very much for joining us on that. Now, Shariq, the main accused in this Mangaluru auto bomb blast case, was brainwashed, we hear, by global terrorist outfits. That's what Alok Kumar, the ADGP Law and Order, has confirmed. In fact, India Today has accessed an image of the main accused, Shariq, posing with the cooker bomb before that blast took off. Alok Kumar, the Karnataka top cop, has further confirmed that Shariq was a resident of Tirthahalli town in Shimoga and was wanted by Mangaluru and Shimoga police in 3 separate cases. The main accused, his identity was confirmed by Shariq's own family, who visited him at the Mangaluru hospital, who is currently undergoing treatment after facing 40% burns. Now, Sharik used several fake IDs, is what we hear, including that of an Aadhaar card, a stolen PAN card, and a SIM card as well. In fact, these Aadhaar cards itself, he's managed to steal from different places that he visited, including that of Mysuru, Coimbatore, and Kerala. As per sources, Sharik had not only rented an apartment in Mysuru, but had also enrolled for training in mobile repairing. Sharik was earlier held under UAPA in 2020 for making a pro-Taliban graffiti in Mangaluru. And the police suspect there could be larger international backing or training to go into radicalizing these youths.
His immediate handler was Arafat Ali, who is accused in this Mangalore North Police Station case and Mangalore East Police Station case. And apart from that, he was in touch with one Musawwir Hussain, who also happens to be an accused person in Sudgante Palya 10/20 UAPA case, the case which was supposed to be this Al-Hind module that was called. So in that case, Abdul Mateen Taha, he is one of the accused person, and Musawwir Hussain, both resident of Tirthalli, they are accused persons, but they are absconding. So Abdul Mateen Taha is also absconding, and he is the main handler as of now, as per our information, of Sharik. But Sharik is in touch with some 2-3 other persons who are yet to be identified. We can say that his acts have been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence. So it is due to that, and he has tried to learn this manufacturing on his own, it seems, but still it is under investigation that if someone has trained him or someone has given some idea, there are so that fact is that fact we are looking into, that whether he has got any training or he is self-trained.
All right, let me quickly take you through all the national stories making headlines. A quick look. Karnataka BJP MLA MP Kumaraswamy was attacked by furious protesters near Chikmagaluru district who were protesting the death of a woman who was trampled to death by an elephant. He was chased out. People were seen running behind the MLA only to attack him. Police have resorted to lathi charge to disperse angry villagers and rescue the MLA. Now, an FIR has been registered against Congress MLA Umang Singhar for allegedly raping and mentally harassing a woman. The victim has alleged that the MLA has harassed, assaulted and misbehaved with her from November 2021 for a year. Now, fire breaks out at the Gopuram of Bhatrakali Amman Temple in Sivakasi, a town in Virudhunagar district, Tamil Nadu, which was allegedly caused by a cracker amber. In fact, the Gopuram incident, that area there was undergoing renovation works, was covered with wooden frame, and that instinctively caught fire. At least 48 vehicles were damaged in a major road accident in Navale Bridge on the Pune-Bengaluru highway on Sunday. Police suspect brake failure of the truck or its driver losing control. That's really caused this incident. And a fallout over TMC Mantri Akhil Giri's insult against President Murmu continues. The BJP unit in Bengal will be holding a massive rally against Giri in Kolkata. Clamour for TMC to sack the minister continues to grow. All right, that's a wrap for me here. For more news and updates, you could log on to indiatoday.in. You could also download our app for more. Stay tuned. Our India Today entertainment special in the club on the other side.
I don't read the news. I read between the lines to tell you the true version of events. The true story of our times.
To document grief, the toughest assignment for any journalist to be.
From those who matter.
Women politicians going to stick up for each other.
Of those who should matter. I document the truth. I don't distort the truth. I don't glamorize the truth. I don't gloss over the truth.
The ghosts of India's contentious medieval history have come knocking again.
I hustle for the truth. On the ground, in the newsroom, in the studio. I don't try to grab eyeballs.
I inform you
to make you see the point.
To the point with Preeti Chaudhary at these times only on India Today.
Hello and welcome. You're watching In the Club. I'm Dipali Patel. This is where we get you the best from the world of entertainment. We will begin our week with superstars who are currently undergoing career overhaul. While Shah Rukh Khan is all set to return to the big screen after a gap of 5 years, Aamir Khan has announced that now he will be taking 1.5-year break from acting. Akshay Kumar, on the other hand, has said that he and Bollywood need to reinvent by adding that the production cost of the film and ticketing needs to be slashed by 30 to 40% in order to bring back the audience to the theatres. Amidst all these changes, Salman Khan is the only superstar who has, despite delivering below par box office performances, has continued to be in the game. Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan,
Tiger always ready.
Shah Rukh Khan,
Boom.
and even Amir Khan are probably the biggest superstars of their generation.
पूरे हैं हम, बस बाहर से थोड़ा रह गए. Bantu dissect bloody hell nonsense kick match Bhandarpur 3 pur pudding pudding butta.
While they command a stardom in the Hindi film industry that is unfathomable, these superstars have failed to entice audiences to come back to theatres ever since the pandemic-induced lockdowns were lifted. The rise of OTT has led to quite a stir in the theatrical world, with cine fans now looking for better stories and better visual spectacles. In fact, 2022 has been a rather underwhelming year for Akshay, who otherwise is always on a signing spree and refuses to slow down even with his hands full with projects. Once termed the box office king, Akshay's last few films have failed to bring cinegoers back to the cinemas. He had 6 theatrical releases including Bell Bottom, Suryavanshi, Bachchan Pandey, Samrat Prithviraj, Raksha Bandhan and Ram Setu, out of which 4 turned out to be major box office disasters. And of 4, 3 were back-to-back in a row within a span of 6 months.
मैं एम्बेसी के काम से बाहर जा रहा हूँ.
कहाँ?
कोची.
No pause, no hesitation. मतलब सच बोल रहे हो?
या फिर झूठ बोलने में माहिर हो गया हूँ.
Grapevine was a buzz that Akshay might fall back on his older franchises to stop the rut of box office failures. However, he recently backed out of the Hera Pheri franchise as he wasn't happy with the way the script for the film was turning out to be. Rather than cashing in on his popular films, Akshay at an interview shared that both him and Bollywood needs to reinvent. He also added that the production cost of the film and ticketing needs to be slashed by 30 to 40% and more multi-starrer could tempt audiences into coming back to the cinemas.
इसका मतलब समझते हो? It does. Okay.
Akshay's last film, Ram Setu, released during the Diwali break and did decent business. His performance was praised by fans and the film managed to bring in over 69 crores in ticket sales.
उन्होंने हमें मरने के लिए इस मिशन पे भेजा है, लेकिन सच को सामने आने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता. जैसे ही मेरी बहनों की शादी हो जाएगी, मैं ले आऊंगा.
His film Raksha Bandhan released during a long festive weekend on August 11th and amidst the boycott calls on social media. Made on a budget of approximately 70 crores, this Anand L. Rai directorial could reportedly only manage to make over 40 crore rupees in just 10 days.
पृथ्वीराज चौहान का दिल्ली के सिंहासन पर राज्याभिषेक किया जाता है.
Similarly, his Samrat Prithviraj, which was reportedly made on a budget of rupees 175 crore rupees, finally rolled out in cinemas on June 3rd after several delays, but its lifetime collection in India stands at around rupees 68.5 crore rupees.
सुल्तान को अपने वतन की मुट्ठी भर मिट्टी भी ना दूं.
This period drama was his second consecutive flop after Bachchan Pandey, a multi-star action comedy which had its theatrical run for 21 days and turned out to be a commercial misfire at the ticket counters.
जब हमारे पिताजी कैंसर के लास्ट स्टेज पे थे और मेडिकल वाला पैसे के बिना दवाई देने को तैयार नहीं था, हमने हथियार उठा लिया.
Yes, this Farhad Samji directorial was reportedly made on a budget of rupees 130 crore and had raked in only 49.98 crore rupees at the box office in India. The actor then finally took full responsibility of the box office failure of some of his films at a trailer launch.
See, films are not working. it is our fault. It is my fault. Okay? I have to make the changes. I have to understand what the audience wants. I want to do my changes. I want to dismantle my way and the way I think what kind of films I should do. So it is nobody else to be blamed, but it is me.
अरे साहब आजाद की पूरी फौज खड़ी कर देंगे आपके सामने. हमारा तो नाम आए फिरंगी है. अंदर से तो पूरे हैं हम. बस बाहर से थोड़ा रह गए.
Now, just like Akshay, even Aamir Khan, who returned to the big screen after his 2018's box office dud, Thugs of Hindustan, couldn't spell a cast in 2022 as his comeback film, Lal Singh Chaddha, was another disaster at the ticket counters.
मम्मी कहती थी कि हर एक दी अपनी तकदीर होती है.
The actor worked on the film for over a decade and was visibly broken at the failure of the film, so much so that he will now be taking a break from films.
क्यों लिखी है जो लिखी है?
रूपा, मेरे साथ ब्याह करेगी?
Yes, the superstar confirmed the news at an event. He said, and we quote, "For these 35 years, I have single-mindedly focused on my work, and I feel that it's not fair to the people who are close to me, and it's not fair to me also in many ways. This is a time that I would like to take some time off and actually experience life in a different way. I'm looking forward to the next year and a half in which I'm actually not working as an actor and will work as a producer. I will be producing Champion." Now, Aamir might be taking a break from films, but he did a cameo appearance in Kajol starrer Salaam Venki. Now, if you jog your memory, just like Aamir Khan, even Shah Rukh Khan took a break from acting in the films post the debacle of Anand L. Rai's Zero. The film's failure affected him deeply, and SRK opted to focus on other aspects of filmmaking and produced content for various OTT platforms under his production house, Red Chillies Entertainment. But while he has been missing in action since 2018, he's now all set to return to the big screen with not one, but a couple of projects. SRK has Siddharth Anand's Pathaan, which will hit cinemas on January 25th, 2023. The superstar will be seen alongside Deepika Padukone and John Abraham, and this action thriller will also reportedly see cameos by Salman Khan and Hrithik Roshan.
Donkey.
Donkey?
Donkey nahi Shahrukh. Donkey.
Shah Rukh has also collaborated with Rajkumar Hirani for Donkey, in which he will be seen alongside Taapsee Pannu. The film will release in theatres in December 2023.
Ready.
He also has At Least Jawan in his kitty. The actioner is being made on a whopping budget of 200 crore rupees, excluding the fees of both the main leads, that is Shah Rukh and Nayanthara. On contrary, however, in the last couple of years, Salman Khan is probably the only superstar out of his contemporaries who is unfazed despite his recent films not doing well.
Radhe.
The actor who was last seen in Radhe, Your Most Wanted Pie in 2021, is now all set to release his next few films, including Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan and Tiger 3 on Eid and Diwali next year. So yes, 2023 could well be the year Salman re-establishes his superstardom with not one but two festival releases. Directed by Farhad Samji, Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan is an action-packed entertainer and features a pan-Indian cast including Pooja Hegde, Venkatesh and Shehnaz Gill in key roles. What is also interesting is the fact that Ram Charan and boxer Vijender Singh will also be making a special cameo in the film. Tiger 3, the third part of his popular franchise, on the other hand, will see him reprising his role as a raw agent. The film will also feature Katrina Kaif as Zoya, while Imran Hashmi is reported to be the new addition to the cast. Salman, who was last seen in an extended cameo in Chiranjeevi's starrer Godfather, will also be making a special appearance in Shah Rukh Khan's much-anticipated film Pathaan. Break or no break, while nothing much has changed in the stardom, what's worrying is the constant dip in the fortune of these superstars, leading one to only hope for them to bounce back with their next releases. Entertainment Bureau, India Today. From SRK to Ajay Devgan, it's time to check out what is keeping our celebrities busy. Here's our popular segment, What's Trending. Sara Ali Khan took to social media to share these selfies from the beach, and it also features Varun Dhawan. While Varun showed off his toned abs, Sara rocked a bright red bikini in the pictures. Captioning the post, she wrote and we quote, "See you soon." Sara and Varun are currently in Goa to attend the 53rd edition of the International Film Festival of India. Meanwhile, on work front, Sara was last seen in Anand El Rai's Atrangi Re alongside Akshay Kumar and Dhanush.
सीधे राजा राम की डायनेस्टी से हैं। स्वयंवर होता है हमारे यहाँ। हम नहीं मानते जबरदस्ती के साथ।
As far as Sara's upcoming projects are concerned, she has Lakshman Otekar next in her kitty. The film also stars Vicky Kaushal in lead role. Varun Dhawan, on the other hand, is gearing up for the release of his upcoming film Bhediya, co-starring Kriti Sanon. Directed by Amar Kaushik, the horror comedy is all set to hit cinemas on November 25th.
ये साले कुत्ते ना मुझे फूफा जी कह के चिढ़ाते हैं।
The 9-day gala, which started on November 20th, will feature 280 films from 79 countries. The event, which kick-started with the Austrian film Alma and Oscar, will have Perfect Number as the closing film. It also honoured several film personalities, including megastar Chiranjeevi, who received Indian Film Personality of the Year at the opening ceremony of the International Film Festival of India. The announcement was made by Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur. Taking to social media, the Union Minister wrote, "Shri Chiranjeevi ji has had an illustrious career spanning almost 4 decades, with over 150 films as an actor, dancer and producer. He is immensely popular in Telugu cinema, with incredible performances touching hearts. Congratulations, Chiranjeevi." On work front, Chiranjeevi was last seen in Godfather, and Salman Khan did a cameo in the film.
सच पेड़ के बीज की तरह होता है, जितना चाहे दफना लो, एक दिन बाहर आ ही जाता है.
Ajay Devgan's starrer Drishyam 2 was off to a good start with an opening day collection of rupees 15 crore net.
सॉलिड एक्शन में। अरे हर साल यही सुनते आया हूँ, पुलिस यहाँ खोद रही है, वहाँ खोद रही है, लेकिन मिलता क्या है? कुछ नहीं।
पापा, वो पुलिस आ रही है। वो बहुत चालाक है, उसे सोचने का टाइम बिल्कुल नहीं देना।
The Abhishek Pathak directorial recorded the third best opening post the pandemic, beating Ram Setu and Bhool Bhulaiya 2, leaving behind Brahmastra and Suryavanshi.
बचपन से भूतों के बीच पला बड़ा हूँ मैं। वहाँ खड़े-खड़े मेरा मुंह क्या देख रहे हो? देख लो। अभी से बात करो। आपके पीछे जो 2 आत्माएं खड़ी हैं, उनसे बात करो।
That's not all. The second day collection saw a growth of 40% and earned close to 20 to 21 crore rupees.
वो पीछे के रास्ते से क्यों आ रहे हैं? कहीं आपने भाई तो
आपका गार्डन काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है, देख के कुछ याद आ गया।
मुझे तो लगा था पुलिस ने ये केस बंद कर दिया है, मगर वो तो अभी तक छानबीन कर रहे हैं।
जब तक हम जिंदा ये छानबीन चलती रहेगी।
For the unverse, Ajay has reprised his role as Vijay Sargaonkar in the film, and it is an official remake of the Mohanlal starrer of the same name.
തിയേറ്ററിന്റെ കാര്യമൊന്നും പറയണ്ട,
The movie has garnered critical acclaim and excellent word of mouth, so much so that after back-to-back failures, this Ajay Devgan starrer seems to have finally brought some relief to Bollywood.
सब कुछ मैं मेरा बीवी का बर्थडे भूल सकता हूँ, लेकिन 2 अक्टूबर और 3 अक्टूबर को नहीं भूल सकता।
सर बात वहीं पे आके अटक जाती है। विदाउट एविडेंस हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते।
एविडेंस है, वो बच गया क्योंकि मैंने एक चौथी फेल को अंडर एस्टिमेट करने की।
The film which released in theatre.
All right, breaking now to Kolkata. We have some big visuals coming in of a massive protest that the BJP has launched against the TMC on the streets of Kolkata. BJP MLAs there flaunting a big bindi as a sign of protest with the photo of the president against TMC minister who's made some comments. In fact, BJP and the TMC continue to spar over State Minister Akhil Giri's misogynistic comments against President Draupadi Murmu. Listen in.
उनका चेहरा लेकर और 4 दिन बाद ममता बनर्जी उसमें माफी मांगेंगे और मंत्री का अखिल गिरी का अभी तक कोई बर्खास्त नहीं हुआ है, अभी तक उनका कोई अरेस्ट नहीं हुआ है, अभी तक वो माफी भी नहीं मांगे हैं, ये चलेगा नहीं। और इसी के लिए आज विधानसभा के अंदर, विधानसभा के बाहर और अभी हम लोग भी जा रहे वाई चैनल तक, वहाँ भी प्रतिवाद है, प्रोटेस्ट चलता रहेगा जब तक बर्खास्त नहीं होता है।
दीदी बहुत बार देखा गया है कि बहुत लोग अरेस्ट हुए हैं।
एदिक दे चलना, एदिक दे चल, श्रद्धा चल।
बंगाल में बहुत बार देखा गया है कि बहुत लोग अरेस्ट हुए हैं, जो लोग मीम बनाते हैं, सोशल मीडिया पे शेयर करते हैं मुख्यमंत्री के बारे में, लेकिन इस बार जहाँ पर प्रेसिडेंट की इशू है उस पर कोई एक्शन क्यों नहीं?
वही बात है जब
All right, there you have it. The BJP in West Bengal now not willing to bury the hatchet with TMC, one of their own netas, mocking President Draupadi Murmu's appearance. And here is the BJP carrying out a street protest with the BJP flags there, with the leader, one of the BJP leaders, wearing a bindi with a photograph of the President Draupadi Murmu, condemning the words said by a Trinamool Congress neta who mocked President Draupadi Murmu's appearance, saying that there is no point in an apology. This is the kind of mindset that prevails within the TMC. Many of the party MLAs and the Mahila Morcha president, Agni Mitra Paul, walked into the assembly sporting photographs of Murmu on an Indian map and placed it above her bindi. And that's what we saw as she walked as part of the protest, holding placards and condemning this comment made against Draupadi Murmu, the President of India. In fact, this march is on even as we speak. It's live, the visuals coming on your screens, live from the streets of Kolkata. Anupam Mishra joining us live for more on that. Anupam, a quick word as the BJP now rolling out street-wide protests against the TMC neta Akhil Giri for making a derogatory comment on Draupadi Murmu, the President of India, her appearance, and BJP slamming him, saying that he must be sacked. There's no other way out of this. This kind of comment unacceptable.
Exactly. In fact, there are two kinds of agitation and protest going on in Calcutta. One inside assembly and second is on the road where the women wing of BJP are marching towards Dharamtala. That is Y channel in Dharamtala. Locket Chatterjee, the member of parliament, is leading the rally and we will talk to Locket Chatterjee. Locket, ये बताइए, ये जो रैली है असेंबली में भी हो रही है, यहाँ भी हो रही है, आप लोगों की मुख्य मांगे क्या हैं?
हम लोगों को मांग है कि अखिल गिरी को मंत्रिसभा से बर्खास्त करें और उनको गिरफ्तार करें। ऐसे तरीके से क्षमा मांगना, ये जो अफसोस कर रहे हैं, इसमें कुछ नहीं होगा, क्योंकि बंगाल का महिला को असम्मान किया, देश का महिला का सम्मान किया, आदिवासी महिला राष्ट्रपति को जब उन्होंने इंसल्ट किया था।
असेंबली में भी हो रहा है प्रोटेस्ट, बाहर भी हो रहा है।
ये होना ही चाहिए, गांव-गांव से, कोने-कोने से ये होना चाहिए। अगर इसमें कुछ नहीं होगा तो गांव-गांव, कोने-कोने में आदिवासी समाज लोग ये आवाज उठाएंगे।
ममता बनर्जी तो माफी मांग ली है, अब क्या चाह रही है?
इससे कुछ नहीं होगा, इसको इसको ऑपरेशन करना पड़ेगा, मतलब इसको मंत्री पद से बर्खास्त करना पड़ेगा, तब हम लोग देखेंगे महिला को कैसे मुख्यमंत्री जी सम्मान देते हैं।
Okay, despite Mamata Banerjee apologizing, BJP is relentlessly agitating, protesting, demanding sacking of minister and arresting him. So this is what going on in Calcutta. Two fronts are going on. One outside assembly, that is on the road, and second inside assembly. Shubhendu Adhikari is leading the protest inside assembly, and Locket Chatterjee, the member of parliament from Hooghly, is leading the protest on the roads in Calcutta.
You know, Anupam, if you could give us the context of the comment made by TMC Neta Akhil Giri. Exactly what has he said that has come across as derogatory, and the BJP now, of course, asking for his removal, for him to be sacked for the comments that he's made. Would you be able to tell us, unless it's absolutely derogatory, then refrain from it, but what exactly did he refer to?
In fact, we had seen two videos which went viral in which Akhil Giri, the Minister of Correctional Affairs, was talking about President Murmu and the color of the president. He was referring the color of the president of Murmu, and that was the comment which BJP is accusing is derogatory. In fact, I'll tell you one more thing is there. Panchayat elections are there ahead of next year in West Bengal, and Murmu represents tribal belt. So BJP is not accusing the humiliation of president alone. The BJP is alleging that this comment was the humiliation of whole tribal community. And last week we have seen Mamata Banerjee apologizing, as well as visiting Jhargram, one of the most tribal dominated districts in West Bengal. And the same day BJP has also visited, BJP state president Shukanto Majumdar and leader of opposition Shubhendu Adhikari visited Bankura. So the whole game plan is to woo the tribal vote bank, and tribal vote bank is very crucial, significant ahead of Panchayat elections. So BJP is relentlessly trying to protest on this issue, and they are targeting the tribal belts, whereas Mamata Banerjee is also trying to calm down this whole issue by apologizing, as well as by visiting those tribal areas.
All right, so Akhil Giri, the TMC minister, has gone on to speak about Draupadi Murmu's skin tone, calling her dark, in fact almost mocking her skin tone and her color. And then the BJP now, and quite rightly so, carrying out this huge protest asking for the minister to be sacked, and also claiming that this is an insult not just to President Draupadi Murmu but also the entire tribal community. This is an absolute insult. We ideally should take pride in the fact that we have a tribal, for the first time in the country's independent history, becoming the president of India. And here, instead of lauding and crediting this move, here you have the TMC Neta saying that, in fact, almost mocking President Draupadi Murmu's skin tone, her skin color, and an absolute insult that he's carried out on the president itself. That's Akhil Giri, TMC minister. Those images that you see on your screens where he's speaking on Draupadi Murmu in such a mocking way. Very shameful. For more on that, you could log on to indiatoday.in. You could also download our app. Stay with us. We're coming back with more on that on the other side of a short break.
You are watching India Today.
पर घर पे ना टिक पाए।
Watching India Today.
Hello there, welcome to India Today TV. I'm Sneha Murdani. Let's tell you what the top stories are this Monday afternoon. Super political Monday in Gujarat. Prime Minister Modi and Kejriwal sound poll bugle after halting Bharat Jodo. Rahul Gandhi also enters Gujarat's battle. Prime Minister Modi lashes out at Congress over Auqat. Remarks by Congress says the party doesn't discuss key issues, but only Prime Minister का औकात.
अहंकार जो भाइयों अहंकार जो मोदी को उसकी औकात दिखा देंगे. अरे माँ बाप मारी कोई औकात नहीं बापा.
Amid hunt for Shraddha's skull, cops recover a human jaw from Delhi forest. Cops yet to determine whether it is Shraddha's jaw. Karnataka terror plot accuses radicalized and posed with cooker bomb in ISIS style. Cops confirm bombers' links to global terror outfit.
We can say that his acts has been inspired and influenced by some terrorist organization which is having global presence.
Tickets for cash row explodes. BJP releases fresh string operation of alleged bribery. Names top-up leaders including Atishi and Gopal Rai.
डॉन बैठ के अपने लोगों को भेजता था, तुम यहाँ से उगाही करो, तुम वहाँ से उगाही करो, तुम यहाँ से लाओ, और सारा मोटा माल डॉन के पास पहुँचता था. वैसे ही केजरीवाल डॉन ने अपनी एजेंसी चारों तरफ भेज रखी.
Satyendra Jain to move court against ED as BJP continues to up the ante against Kejriwal. Aapka posters have been put out. Hate-monger Indian fugitive Zakir Naik invited to Qatar FIFA World Cup event. The radical Islamist wanted by ED and NIA gives sermon. The battle for Gujarat is heating up, and Paulami Saha, my colleague, is in Ahmedabad, the heart of where all the action is. Paulami, over to you.
Thank you, Sneha. We're coming to you live right now from Ahmedabad, from the cloth market here in Ahmedabad, which is the oldest cloth market here in the city. And today, of course, is a super political Monday in Gujarat because all three political parties and their bigwigs have in fact descended on battleground Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal are campaigning across Gujarat today. Prime Minister Modi, of course, is on a 3-day tour of his home state of Gujarat. He he in fact was in the Saurashtra region yesterday. Today, of course, he's addressing rallies in Surendranagar, in Jhamusar, in fact Bharuch and in Navsari as well. Also, of course, political bigwigs from the Bharatiya Janata Party, including Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath, are campaigning in the state as well. Also halting, very interestingly, his Bharat Jodo Yatra. Congress Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi will be addressing two rallies today in Rajkot and in Surat. In Surat first and subsequently in Rajkot. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal will begin his 3-day long visit. In fact, day 2 of his 3-day-long visit to Gujarat by holding a roadshow today, this evening in Amreli. So that is in fact the big plan that all three parties have for their political campaign today in the state of Gujarat. 182 assemblies of the state of Gujarat going to pose in 2 phases of these elections on December 1st and December 5th, and subsequently the results will be announced on December 8th. Let's listen in to reactions that have been pouring in from across party lines.
अहंकार जो भाइयों अहंकार जो मोदी को उसकी औकात दिखा देंगे। अरे माँ बाप, તમે તો બધા રાજ પરિવારો છો, હું તો એક સામાન્ય પરિવારનું સંતાન છું. મારી કોઈ औकात નથી બાપા, તમે મારી औकात દેખાડવાની. તેમને ભારતની જનતાએ પદ પરથી હટાવી દીધા છે. એવા લોકો પદ માટે યાત્રા કરી રહ્યા છે. જેમણે ગુજરાતમાં માં નર્મદાને આવતી રોકવા માટે 40 વર્ષ સુધી કોર્ટ કચેરીઓ કરી, એવા નર્મદા વિરોધીઓના ખભે હાથ મૂકીને પદ માટે યાત્રા કરવા વાળાઓ, આ ગુજરાતની જનતા તમને સજા કરવાની છે, સજા.
આપ પાર્ટીનો નિશાન લઈને નીકળેલા સૌ કાર્યકર્તાઓને, સૌ ઉમેદવારોને હું કહું છું કે પહેલા ગુજરાતની જનતાની માફી માંગો. 20 વર્ષ સુધી જેમને નર્મદાના નીરને ગુજરાત સુધી ના પહોંચવા દીધું, એ મેગા પાટકરને લઈને આયેલી આપ પાર્ટીને ગુજરાતની સરકાર જનતાએ સ્વીકારવાની છે. ભાઈ, હું તો કોંગ્રેસીઓને ઘણીવાર પૂછું છું, આખા ગુજરાતમાં હમણાં મેં દિવાળી વખતે પ્રવાસ કર્યો, બોર્ડ લગાવી દીધા કે કામ બોલે છે. કોનું કામ બોલે છે ભાઈ? કોંગ્રેસનું કામ બોલે છે. અરે ભાઈ, 1990 થી 2022 સુધી તો તમે સત્તામાં જ નથી. કામ ક્યારે કર્યું? 32 વર્ષથી કોંગ્રેસ અહીં સત્તામાં જ નથી. અને કે આ સ્કૂલો અમે બનાવી. કોંગ્રેસની પૂરી તાકાત જાતિવાદના આધારે ચૂંટણી લડવાની છે. હું અહીંયા સૌ સમાજના લોકો, સૌ સમાજને અપીલ કરવા આવ્યો છું કે આ ચૂંટણીનો આધાર જાતિવાદ ના હોઈ શકે. આ ચૂંટણીનો આધાર ગુજરાતનો ઔદ્યોગિક વિકાસ.
You heard Union Home Minister Amit Shah over there addressing a public meeting where he basically was attacking the Congress and saying that the entire Congress campaign is based on caste politics. I appeal to the voters, do not vote on the basis of caste. And the Congress goes to the people, says, look at our work. What work does Amit Shah, in fact, Amit Shah asks, what work are you talking about? Because you haven't been in power for the past 27 years, is what the Union Home Minister said. Milan Sharma, my colleague, is joining me live from Rajkot. She's, of course, tracking Rahul Gandhi's campaign, his one-day campaign in Gujarat today. Milan, how is the mood within the Congress camp? Because no big leaders, in fact, came down to battleground Gujarat over the past few weeks since when campaign has picked up. But today, of course, Rahul Gandhi has decided to halt his Bharat Jodo Yatra and reach Gujarat.
No, of course,
Paulami, and that is the criticism against the Congress party that has a stronghold in Saurashtra, because we've been travelling throughout Saurashtra and we have seen how in the rural belt there are candidates that were elected by the Congress party, but the BJP there says that little or no development has been done for the people of Saurashtra who have elected the Congress party there in the Vidhan Sabha elections of 2017. 30 seats out of the 54 seats that include Saurashtra and Kutch went to the Congress party, and that is why Rahul Gandhi is now being flown down to Surat as well as Rajkot to campaign for the Congress this election season while taking a break from the Bharat Jodo Yatra. On the other hand, we've also heard the Prime Minister say that now the party is trying to speak of Auqat, and the PM says that I have no Auqat. Everybody knows that, and that is another jibe that the PM has taken on Rahul Gandhi, saying that they are belonging to the Raj families. I belong to a very normal family. So that is the kind of intensity which the campaign is now going to go forward. Rahul Gandhi has just reached Surat at the moment, Paulami, and after his rally in Surat, he will be coming to Rajkot, wherein he will be accompanied by Ashok Gehlot and other leaders of the Congress party. However, no other big leader at the moment, apart from Rahul Gandhi and Ashok Gehlot, will be present at Rajkot for his rally. And certainly what remains to be seen is that whether people will accept that Congress still holds ground with smaller campaigns being done, but the first rally being done by Rahul Gandhi begins today, and just one day for the Congress in Gujarat is the question that is being asked at the moment. Paulami.
Right, Milan of course is tracking Rahul Gandhi's campaign in Rajkot, but first of course he arrives in Surat. Pankaj Upadhyay, my colleague, is joining me live, in fact, from Surat. Pankaj, it's all happening where you are. The BJP is carpet bombing Surat. The Aam Aadmi Party has spread itself out thin across all constituencies of Surat. And now Rahul Gandhi choosing to begin his Gujarat campaign from Surat. Pankaj.
Paulami, Rahul Gandhi is starting his campaign here from Surat. This is the Mahua area, the Anawan village. And Rahul Gandhi will be very encouraged to see the response that he has got from the tribals here. This would be a ground with a capacity of around 20 to 30,000. And the entire ground is filled right here to listen to Rahul Gandhi. Of course, Rahul Gandhi is here in the stage. And we know that the Congress party all along have been saying that it is going to get massive support from the tribal community. It says that it has its hold in the rural areas, which it is going to continue in this poll as well. But the poll battlefield has only intensified now, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself campaigning in the various constituencies. We've seen how the Aam Aadmi Party has also roped in Arvind Kejriwal. Now it's the turn of Congress party, and Rahul Gandhi is starting his campaign from here in Surat. After this, he's going to go to Rajkot as well. But today it's going to be very interesting to see how Rahul Gandhi responds to what Narendra Modi has said. As I said, for just a few days now left for the first phase of polling in Gujarat, the battleground, the political battleground has already intensified. Rahul Gandhi is here. All eyes are on him now as to what he has to say. Now, all along the Congress party maintains that there has been no development whatsoever. And today itself we've heard what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said. He has countered these claims of the Congress party, and he has said that the Congress party needs to talk about development. So big leaders, while on one hand the BJP has already put in the entire might behind these Gujarat elections. We've seen what Arvind Kejriwal has been doing. In fact, he has gone on to say that no one should be voting for the Congress party, and a vote to Congress party is a waste of their vote. So it all remains to be seen what's going to happen and what Rahul Gandhi is going to say today.
Absolutely. We'll of course stand by for that. Rahul Gandhi's first public meeting in battleground Gujarat. Pankaj and Milan continue to stay on with us. Now, a major controversy has erupted as far as the Congress is concerned in battleground Gujarat. In fact, this relates to Congress candidate and sitting MLA from the Sidhpur Assembly constituency in Patan district of Gujarat, where Chandanji Thakur, in a video that's now gone viral, was heard saying only Muslims can save the country, only Muslims can save the Congress party. Now, the BJP is fuming over these comments, which have been in fact tweeted out by leaders across the Bharatiya Janata Party, including Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel. In fact, I spoke to State Home Minister Harsh Sanghvi, who said that this exposes the Congress's ideology, and this is basically an example, allegedly, of the Congress playing divisive politics. Listen in.
આવું કરવાના છીએ તમે આપણે એમને નવું કરવા માટે એમને મત આપ્યા મત આપીને આપણને છેતરી ગયા અને છેતરી ગયા પછી છેતરા તો આપણને એકને છેતર્યા હોત તો બરાબર પણ આજે આખો દેશ ખાડામાં ધકેલી ગયો આખો દેશ ખાડામાં ધકેલી ગયો અને દેશને માત્ર ને માત્ર બચાવી શકે તો મુસ્લિમ સમાજ બચાવી શકે અને દેશ કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટીને જો કોઈ બચાવી શકે તો મુસ્લિમ પાર્ટી બચાવી શકે આ ભારતીય જનતા પાર્ટીએ તમને કેટલીક જગ્યાએ ડિસ્ટર્બ કરવાનું કામ કર્યું આ ભારતીય જનતા પાર્ટીએ 3 તલાકના નામે મુદ્દો ચલાવી અને 3 તલાકના મુદ્દા પર સુપ્રીમ કોર્ટમાં મોહર મરાઈ અને એ કાયદા નાબૂદ કરવાનું કામ કર્યું।
कल एक वीडियो भी सामने आया कांग्रेस का चंदन जी ठाकुर का कि वो मुसलमानों से कह रहे हैं आपको सिर्फ हम संरक्षण दे सकते हैं और कोई नहीं दे सकता है, आप खतरे में आ जाएंगे अगर भाजपा को वोट देंगे तो।
ये वीडियो आपने भी सुना है, आप ही तय कीजिए। ये वीडियो इनकी विचारधारा है और इनकी विचारधारा सबके सामने आई है।
वो तो कह रहे पुराना वीडियो है, सीए एनआरसी के टाइम का है।
पुराना नया ये वीडियो अभी का ही है और ये वीडियो उनकी विचारधारा है। मैं बहुत स्पष्ट ये मान रहा हूँ कि इनकी विचारधारा है और इनकी विचारधारा और ये वीडियो देख के आप स्पष्ट समझ सकते हो कि इनकी विचारधारा क्या है, ये लोग किस प्रकार से लोगों में दो बंटवारा करना चाहते हैं।
Congress is of course saying that they are the only party which in fact can save Muslims, can save in fact this the community itself. Yesterday we heard a statement from Chandanji Thakur, who is a candidate of the Congress party in Sidhpur in Patan district, where he's openly, what BJP is calling, has done Muslim appeasement, saying we're the only party you can trust.
What development he has done in Sidhpur, please tell us, for the Muslims. How many schools have opened for Muslims in Sidhpur? Please tell us. Who are you to say that Muslims, what he said was Muslims can save India, is it? Or Congress party can save India, Muslims. That's what he said, isn't it?
Both ways. It works both ways. He says, we are your only savior. We have protected you so far.
Okay. Now, 27 years, who's suffering under BJP's rule? That candidate of Sidhpur or the minorities of Gujarat? Bilqis Bano is what? What religion she belongs to? Those boys who were beaten in Khedia, houses and factories which are demolished after some religious possession, they belong to which community? What is the percentage of Muslims languishing in jail? How many times have you talked about their empowerment, their educational upliftment? Nothing. This is a strategy of all these people that come election, immediately Muslims are being given a choice of either you live or you die. आपके लिए जीना और मरने का election है. After that, no one cares about the Muslims. No one cares about them. Why isn't Congress party talking about saying against uniform civil code, which BJP wants in Gujarat? Why isn't Congress party talking about abolition of Disturbed Areas Act? Why isn't Congress party saying that we'll remove this religious conversion law which says that if anyone wants to change the religion, you have to take a permission?
And these are some of the other top developments from the state of Gujarat that we are tracking at the moment. Home Minister Amit Shah met Jamnagar North BJP candidate Reeva Jadeja and her husband cricketer Ravindra Jadeja. The meeting took place at Jamnagar Airport. Amit Shah also took a dig at Rahul Gandhi for walking with Medha Patkar during his Bharat Jodo Yatra. He said he would like to ask the youth of Gujarat if they would allow those who oppose the Narmada project as well as development to enter the state. Pro-Modi chants were raised during Arvind Kejriwal's roadshow in Halol area of Panchmahal district on Sunday. Unnerved by the slogans, Kejriwal declared that Aam Aadmi Party will win hearts of those who were chanting the slogans. Ahead of Rahul Gandhi's rally, Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot held a Jan Ashirwad Sabha in Cambridge. Gehlot said Congress is looking to win 125 seats in the state. The ruling BJP and opposition Congress have together fielded sons of sitting and former MLAs in at least 20 of the total 182 constituencies. Congress has fielded 13 such candidates and the BJP has fielded 7 dynasts. Now, days after a suspension bridge collapsed in Gujarat's Morbi district, killing 135 persons, their families, their loved ones are still looking for justice. My colleague Milan Sharma brings us this report where she speaks to these families. Will the BJP, who has changed its sitting MLA from Morbi, be able to win back Morbi after this horrific incident? Watch this report.
A grieving mother. A bereaved family in mourning. The Makhwana family in Morbi has lost 3 members in the bridge collapse. Vasram Bhai Makhwana lost his son, Mahesh Bhai Makhwana, and 2 grandchildren, Girish and Yuvraj. Jagdish Bhai Makhwana, who lost his brother and his son and nephew, can hardly speak, but tells us about his last conversation.
मेरे को बोल के गए कि घूमने जा रहे हैं, आधे घंटे पौने घंटे में आ जाएंगे, बस उतनी बात हुई.
The family, which received compensation, is sore that Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel did not visit them.
हमारा 2 लड़का, एक मेरा लड़का, 2 बच्चे छोटा छोटा चला गया, तो हम तो पैसा तो क्या करेंगे, हमारा तो सब कुछ लूट गया, तो क्या करें.
Vandana, who's now in class 10th, is being helped by a private NGO for her education. She had already lost her mother years ago, and now her father has also left her alone.
फादर से बात हुई थी, हम IAS बनना था, गवर्नमेंट से रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि मदद करें. हम NGO तो मदद कर रहा है, पर गवर्नमेंट करे, रिक्वेस्ट है.
The family is waiting for justice. The perpetrators of the negligence caused are still scot-free.
अभी तो पुल जब से एक्शन कुछ नहीं लिया, नगर पालिका ने OR पटेल अजंता वाले को पटना में उसके दे दिया किराए पर, मतलब किराए पर दे दिया, और अभी उसका तो कोई कहीं एक्शन लिया नहीं गया. वो छोटे छोटे मजदूर है, उसको खाली पकड़ा, वो जेल में डाल दिया. वोट मांगने तो अभी तो उसको सीट मिलना चाहिए, इसलिए वोट मांगने तो आते हैं. अभी 4 लाख में क्या होगा, साल ने 6 लाख हुआ, तो 6 लाख तो अभी हम मकान में चला जाएगा. हेलो, हमारे तो बनाना तो पड़ेगा ने रहने के लिए, तो बाद में हम पैसे कैसे दिएंगे.
We caught up with the BJP's face from Morbi seat, Amrutya Kantilal, who was seen jumping into the water to save bridge collapse victims.
उन परिवारों से मिले हैं जिनकी जानें आपने बचाई हैं, उन परिवारों से मिले हैं आप, जाकर बात हुई है आपकी?
कम से कम 50 घर पर गया हूँ.
50 घर में बात हो गई. क्या कह रहे हैं वो आपसे?
कुछ नहीं किया, काना भाई अच्छा करेगा, धनेन्द्र भाई अच्छा करेगा.
With the big fish going scot-free, how long before Morbi victims get justice?
The family feels that they have stopped trusting the process of elections or electing representatives in the area who play with the lives of people. In the bridge that was not even supposed to be opened without permissions is something that has been stated in the court of law as well. in the eyes of the citizens who live in Morbi and many such families who have lost their loved ones to this tragedy, it seems like their trust in the election process has also been shaken by this particular tragedy. With Pradeep Gupta from Morbi, this is Milan Sharma for India Today.
Several broken lives over there in Morbi. We're going to slip into a very short break, but before we wrap up this very special broadcast, here's a story that will in fact instill heritage, pride in your heritage. But before that, Rahul Gandhi is speaking in Surat. Let's listen in.
King Solanki ji, Pirzada ji, Shivaji Rao Moge ji, Anand Patel ji, गरसिया जी, आनंद चौधरी जी, पूना जी गामित जी, सुनील गामित जी, किसान पटेल जी, कांग्रेस पार्टी के हमारे सब प्यारे कार्यकर्ता, भाइयों और बहनों, प्रेस के हमारे मित्रों, आप सबका यहाँ बहुत बहुत स्वागत। ऐसी गर्मी में आप आए, हमारी बात सुनने आए। कांग्रेस पार्टी के हमारे सब प्यारे कार्यकर्ता, भाइयों और बहनों, प्रेस के हमारे मित्रों, आप सबका यहाँ बहुत बहुत स्वागत। ऐसी गर्मी में आप आए, हमारी बात सुनने आए, इसके लिए दिल से बहुत धन्यवाद।
આપ સૌનું રાહુલજી અંતરથી દિલથી સ્વાગત કરે છે કે આટલી ગરમીમાં પણ આટલી મોટી સંખ્યામાં આપ એમને મળવા સાંભળવા અહીંયા પધાર્યા છો। આપ સૌનો ધન્યવાદ વ્યક્ત કરે છે।
70 दिन से अब हम कन्याकुमारी से लेकर श्रीनगर की यात्रा पे चल रहे हैं।
70 દિવસથી કન્યાકુમારી ભારતનો છેડો દક્ષિણનો ત્યાંથી કાશ્મીર તરફની યાત્રા રાહુલજી આખા હજારો લોકો સાથે કરી રહ્યા છે।
तकरीबन 2000 किलोमीटर हम चल लिए हैं और 1500 किलोमीटर और चलेंगे।
2000 કિલોમીટર રાહુલજી એક જનસેલાબની સાથે ચાલી ચૂક્યા છે અને બીજા 1500 કિલોમીટર હજુ આગળ કન્યાકુમારીથી એ કાશ્મીર સુધી ચાલવાના છે।
और हमारे साथ लाखों लोग, लाखों किसान, बेरोजगार युवा, माताएं, बहनें, आदिवासी, दलित, पिछड़े, अल्पसंख्यक, सब लोग हमारे साथ इस यात्रा पे चल रहे हैं।
લાખો લોકો જેમાં ખેડૂતો, મહિલાઓ, બેરોજગાર યુવાનો, દલિત, આદિવાસી, લઘુમતી, ગરીબ, પછાત સૌ વર્ગના લોકો જે પીડિત છે આ દેશમાં એ રાહુલજીની સાથે એ યાત્રામાં જોડાઈને ચાલી રહ્યા છે।
मीडिया इतना दिखाती नहीं है, मगर अगर आप वहां आए, दिखाते नहीं है बिल्कुल। अगर आप वहां आए तो आपको एक नदी से दिखाई देगी जिसमें लाखों लोग बह रहे हैं, चल रहे हैं।
આ મીડિયાના મિત્રો દુઃખ સાથે કહેવું પડે કે આટલો મોટો એક પ્રવાહ નદીનો, સરિતાનો, દરિયા જેવો જતો હોય પણ એને બતાવતા નથી। એ બતાવે તો આખો દેશ અને દુનિયા જાણે।
और नदी में कोई नफरत नहीं, कोई क्रोध नहीं, कोई हिंसा नहीं, सिर्फ भाईचारा।
कोई नफरत नहीं, कोई क्रोध नहीं, कोई हिंसा नहीं, फक्त भाईचारो, दया, करुणा अने प्रेम।
कोई पीछे रह जाता है, गिर जाता है, एकदम सब लोग उसकी मदद करते हैं, उठा लेते हैं।
कोई पड़ी जाए, कई वाग्यू कर्યું હોય તો તરત બધા જોડાઈને એને લઈ ઊંચકી અને મદદમાં તરત હાજર થઈ જાય છે।
मोहब्बत की, प्यार की ये एक यात्रा है।
આ પ્રેમ અને લાગણી, દયા, કરુણા, પ્રેમની યાત્રા છે।
इसमें सब लोग आ जाते हैं, कोई ये नहीं पूछता भैया तुम्हारी जात क्या है, धर्म क्या है, भाषा कौन सी बोलते हो, आयु क्या है, बुजुर्ग हो, जवान हो, महिला हो, पुरुष हो, कोई नहीं पूछता।
આમાં કોઈનો ધર્મ, જાતિ, ભાષા, ઉંમર, પુરુષ, સ્ત્રી એને બદલે આખો માનવ સમુદાય એ બધો રાહુલજીની જોડે ચાલે છે।
और सुबह हम शुरू करते हैं 6 बजे शुरू करते हैं, रात को 7-8 बज जाते हैं, मगर थकान बिल्कुल नहीं होती।
સવારના વહેલા 6 વાગ્યાથી શરૂ કરે અને સાંજના 7-7:30 વાગે, પણ છતાં કોઈને એવો થાક લાગતો નથી। બધા એટલા જ પ્રેમ અને ઉત્સાહમાં હોય છે।
पता नहीं आपने देखा या नहीं, मगर अभी यहां भी जब हमें गाड़ी में बैठाने की कोशिश की, मैं पैदल आ गया।
અહીંયા પણ હેલીપેડ પરથી જયારે ઉતરીને ચાલવાનું અમે બધાએ કીધું, રાહુલજી આ કોન્વોયમાં, तो कि नहीं मैम ये तो आ गए, गुजरात आना था, नहीं तो हम तो पैदल यात्रा हमारी चालू ही है।
यात्रियों के पैर छिल गए, 2 हमारे यात्रियों की मृत्यु हो गई, शहीद हो गए, मगर यात्रा नहीं रुक रही।
લોકોના પગમાં છાલા પડી ગયા અને 2 જણા બિચારા સ્વર્ગમાં ગયા, ધામમાં ગયા, પણ છતાંય આ યાત્રા, ભારત જોડો યાત્રા સતત ચાલતી છે, ચાલુ રહી છે।
और मैं आपको बता भी नहीं सकता, मतलब कितनी मोहब्बत, कितना प्यार जनता हम सबको वहां दे रही है।
અને તમને કહેતા એવું એટલું ગૌરવ આનંદ થાય કે એટલો બધો પ્રેમ, એટલી બધી લાગણી, એટલા બધા આશીર્વાદ વરસાવે છે પ્રજા કે જે આ શબ્દોમાં એનું વર્ણન કરી શકાય નહીં।
मैं आज गुजरात आया और ये रास्ता महात्मा गांधी जी ने गुजरात से हिंदुस्तान को दिया था।
અને આ જે ભારત જોડની વાત, આ ગુજરાત, આ રાષ્ટ્રપિતા મહાત્મા ગાંધીનું એમણે આ દિશા આપી હતી અને એ દિશામાં રાહુલજી ભારત જોડો આ કાર્યક્રમ કરી રહ્યા છે ગાંધીજીની।
हिंदुस्तान को जोड़ने का काम महात्मा गांधी जी जो गुजरात के थे, एक गुजराती थे, उन्होंने किया था।
આજે હિન્દુસ્તાનના ભારત જોડોનું કામ એક ગુજરાતી હતા, રાષ્ટ્રપિતા મહાત્મા ગાંધી, અને એમણે બતાવ્યું હતું અને એના દ્વારા ભારત જોડોનું કામ શરૂ થયું હતું।
इस यात्रा में भी आपकी सोच है, आपके संस्कार है, आपका इतिहास है, आपकी हिस्ट्री है।
અને આ એ ભારત જોડો યાત્રામાં આ ગુજરાતનો ઇતિહાસ છે, ગુજરાતની સ્ટોરી છે, ગુજરાતની લાગણી છે, ગુજરાતના સંસ્કાર છે, અને આ ગુજરાતીઓ રાષ્ટ્રપિતાની દોરવણીથી ચાલતી ભારત જોડો યાત્રા છે।
यात्रा में खुशी हो रही है, मगर दुख भी है।
યાત્રામાં આનંદ થાય છે કે આટલા લાખો લોકો જોડાઈ રહ્યા છે, ધર્મ, જાતિ, ભાષા બધું છોડીને, પણ જોડે જોડે થોડું દુઃખ પણ થાય છે।
आप पूछोगे दुख किस बात का?
તમને એમ થાય કે દુઃખ કયા કારણે થાય છે?
भारत जुड़ रहा है, भारत नफरत नहीं है, हिंसा नहीं है, भाईचारा है, तो दुख किस बात का?
ભારત યાત્રામાં દુઃખ નથી, હિંસા નથી, નફરત નથી, તો પછી દુઃખ કઈ વાતનું? એ આ રાહુલજી કહેશે તમને।
भाई और बहनों, दुख किसानों से बात कर कर होता है, युवाओं से बात कर कर होता है, आदिवासियों से मिलकर होता है।
આ દુઃખ એટલા માટે થાય છે કે આદિવાસીઓને મળીને, ખેડૂતોને મળીને, લોકોને મળીને, પીડિતોને મળીને એ દુઃખ થાય છે એમની વાતો સાંભળીને।
किसानों को सही दाम नहीं मिलता,
ખેડૂતોને એના વ્યાજબી ભાવ નથી મળતા,
बीमा का पैसा नहीं मिलता,
વીમાના પૈસા નથી મળતા,
कर्जा नहीं माफ होता,
એમનું દેવું માફ કરવામાં નથી આવતું,
युवा बेरोजगार हैं,
યુવાનો બેરોજગાર છે,
उनके सपने टूटते जा रहे हैं,
અને એમના સપનાઓ ચૂર ચૂર થઈ જાય છે।
कोई इंजीनियर बनना चाहता है, पढ़ाई की, माता पिता ने पैसे डाले, आज मजदूरी कर रहा है।
કોઈ માણસ માતા પિતા પેટે પાટા બાંધીને ભણાવ્યા હોય અને છતાં એ એન્જિનિયરને બદલે મજૂરીનું કામ કરે છે, એવા યુવાનો મળેલા છે।
कल शाम को एक युवा हमारी यात्रा में आया, उसका नाम राम था।
ગઈકાલે યાત્રામાં એક યુવાન મળ્યો જેનું નામ રામ હતું।
मेरे से गले मिला और रोने लगा।
ગળે વળગીને બિચારો ધ્રુસકે રડી પડ્યો।
मैंने उससे पूछा, क्यों रो रहे हो, क्या हो गया?
मैं पूछूं कि भाई તને શું થયું, તું કેમ રડે છે?
कहता है कोरोना में मेरा पूरा परिवार मर गया.
કોરોનામાં મારું આખું કુટુંબ ચાલુ ગયું, એ મૃત્યુ પામ્યું.
राहुल मैं अकेला हूं, मेरा कोई इस दुनिया में नहीं है.
રાહુલજી, હવે હું એકલો રહી ગયો, હવે દુનિયામાં મારું કોઈ નથી, હું એકલો જ રહી ગયો.
अस्पताल में मैंने डॉक्टरों के सामने हाथ जोड़े, रोकर हाथ जोड़े. मेरे माता पिता को उन्होंने नहीं बचाया.
ડોક્ટરોને હાથ જોડ્યા, રડતા રડતા ખૂબ કહ્યું અને એમ કહ્યું કે મારા માતા પિતાને બચાવો, પણ મારા માતા પિતાને બચાયા નહીં.
मेरे हाथों में मेरी मां ने अपना दम तोड़ा.
મારા હાથમાં મારા માતા મને યાદ આવે છે, મને દર્દ થઈ રહ્યું છે, દુઃખ થઈ રહ્યું છે.
राहुल मैं बेरोजगार हूं,
હું બેરોજગાર છું,
मुझे कोई रास्ता नहीं दिख रहा है.
મને કોઈ રસ્તો નથી દેખાતો, હવે શું કરું?
ये युवा अकेला नहीं है भाई और बहनों, ऐसे लाखों युवा हिंदुस्तान में है.
અને આ એકલો નહીં, એવા લાખો યુવાનો આજે હિન્દુસ્તાનમાં છે.
आदिवासियों से बात करो तो कहते हैं हमारी जमीन छीनी जा रही है.
આદિવાસીઓએ વાત કરી તો આદિવાસીઓ કહે છે કે અમારી જમીન લઈ લેવામાં આવે છે, અમારી પાસેથી છીનવી લેવામાં આવે છે.
बिना हमसे पूछे हमें हटा दिया जाता है और किसी इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट को, किसी अरबपति को हमारी जमीन दे दी जाती है.
અમને પૂછ્યા કર્યા વગર, કયા વગર અમારી જમીન લઈ અને ઉદ્યોગપતિઓને આપી દેવામાં આવે છે, એનો કબજો આપી દેવામાં આવે
कोई
છે.
मुआवजा, कोई कॉम्पेंसेशन नहीं मिलता, हमें परे कर दिया जाता है.
અમને
और हमारी जमीन, हमारी मां उद्योगपतियों के हवाले कर दी जाती है.
અમારો કબજો લઈ અમને કોઈ મુઆવજો, કોઈ કોમ્પન્સેશન કશું જ આપવામાં આવતું નથી અને એ જમીન લઈ અને પેલા ઉદ્યોગપતિઓમાં અને આપી દેવામાં આવે છે, અમને બેદખલ કરી દેવામાં આવે છે.
और यहां भी वही काम हो रहा है.
અને અહીંયા પણ એ જ પ્રકારની વૃત્તિ આ સરકારની ભારતીય
इसलिए
જનતા.
आपने अनंत के लिए ऐसी ताली बजाई,
એટલા માટે જ આપે અનંતભાઈ માટે આટલી બધી તાળીઓ વગાડી.
क्योंकि ये आपकी जमीन के हक के लिए लड़ रहा है.
અને એટલા માટે કે આપના અધિકાર માટે, જમીન માટે આ આગેવાન લડી રહ્યા છે,
आपके भविष्य के लिए लड़ रहा है.
આપના ભવિષ્ય માટે લડી રહ્યા છે.
इसने कहा कि हम लड़ेंगे,
એમણે કહ્યું કે આપણે લડીશું
इसको कहना चाहिए हम जीतेंगे.
અને આપણે જવાબ આપવો જોઈએ કે હમ જીતેંગે, આપણે જીતીશું, આપણે લડીશું, આપણે જીતીશું.
आदिवासियों के साथ मेरे परिवार का बहुत गहरा रिश्ता है.
આદિવાસી સમાજ સાથે બહુ પુરાનો પારિવારિક, દાદા, પિતા, માતા બધાનો બહુ જૂનો લાગણીનો સંબંધ છે.
मैं आपको एक कहानी बताना चाहता हूं.
આપને એક સરસ વાત યાદ કરાવીને આપને કહેવા માંગુ છું.
मैं छोटा सा लड़का था, 6-7 साल का. दादी ने मुझे, इंदिरा जी ने मुझे एक किताब दी.
હું નાનકડો હતો, 6-7 વર્ષનો. મારા દાદી इंदिरामा એમણે મને એક ચોપડી આપી. એમ
मुझे सबसे अच्छी लगती थी
અને મને સૌથી વધારે ગમતી હતી એ ચોપડી, એ વાર્તા.
उसमें फोटो की किताब थी.
हिंदी में आप हिंदी में बोलेंगे चलेगा?
चलेगा?
आपकी हिंदी समझते हो?
ठीक है, तो नहीं करना चाहते? ठीक. तो उन्होंने मुझे एक किताब दी, इतनी बड़ी थी, फोटो की किताब थी. 6 साल का बच्चा था, मुझे आदिवासियों के बारे में इतना मालूम नहीं था. किताब का नाम था तेंदू, एक आदिवासी बच्चा. और उसमें किताब एक आदिवासी बच्चे के बारे में थी और सारे के सारे चित्र, सारे के सारे फोटो जंगल के बारे में, उस बच्चे के बारे में, उसके जीने के तरीके के बारे में थे. और मैं दादी के साथ ये किताब पढ़ता था. दादी मुझे समझाती थी, फोटो दिखाती थी. एक दिन मैंने दादी से पूछा, दादी ये जो किताब है ये मुझे सबसे अच्छी लगती है, आपको इस किताब के बारे में क्या लगता है? तो दादी कहती हैं कि राहुल, ये जो किताब है ये हमारे आदिवासियों के बारे में किताब है।
News is about putting people first. Just look at the cues right across. About asking the right questions to those in power. Is money power being used to bring down elected governments? Who will be held accountable for ministerial corruption? It takes no sides.
माँ का दर्द एक दर्द कोई नहीं समझ सकता उस दर्द को.
It reveals. It heals. Angry people came out on the streets.
Is this the kind of justice system we want in this country?
News is all heart and no hatred.
बिल्किस बानो आज क्या कहना चाहेंगी आप?
हमारे साथ जो हुआ है किसी के साथ भी नहीं होना चाहिए.
Experience the news. With me, Rajdeep Sardesai, only on India Today.